guys want to look at this sheet here, um, these are just like the basic rules of the game, or the basic moves that you guys can do. So all of your rolls. Just a second, I need to turn down this music. But it's distracting me. All right. So let's see, what are the stats? Hot, cold, volatile, and what's the other one? Dark. Those are like your 4 stats. And every roll is just 2d6 plus or minus your bonus. Mm-hmm. And then the DC is always the same. On a 10 and up, you succeed. On a 7 to 9, you succeed, but with a twist, like some kind of cost. And then 6 or below, you fail. And every time you fail a roll, you mark experience. So on your character sheet, you'll see there's like a spot for experience. And and let's see. If you get 5 experience points, then you basically get to add a +1. There's a list on your character sheet that you can see. It's like you can take another move. There's different things based on your character that you get when you get experience. It's like leveling up. So I don't know. I don't know how much I don't know if that'll happen during this game, but I would keep track of.
Yeah, but something I've noticed in observing other Powered by the Apocalypse games is its experience system is pretty interesting. You get experience when you fail at things, so if you're not getting much experience, that means you're already good at what you're trying to do, essentially.
Yeah. Like failure is how you get experience. So just keep that in mind.
You don't learn without making mistakes.
Yeah, and if you're not failing, you don't really need experience.
Yeah. So anyway, that's how the rolls work. But then just going through quickly these moves.
What do you expect to happen during this game?
What do I expect to happen?
Yeah.
I expect some high school drama.
I'm still trying to think of a clear goal, really.
So okay. I guess I'll talk about that first. Like I kind of mentioned before, this game is very player driven. I haven't really fleshed out. I have plot points and I have characters who are going to be trying to accomplish things. But you guys should feel free to create NPCs on the spot, create locations within the school or within the town, create histories between people and relationships. We all kind of share that role of world building in this kind of game. So don't feel like in D&D I have the world built, and so it's you would ask me would I know about that? This is not that kind of game. If you think you would know something, or if you want to have some kind of relationship, have that relationship just created on the spot.
Actually, I fucked Lupina's mom.
I kind of did that myself, and adding Lupina's dad is trying to buy Faye's family's orchard to bulldoze over it.
I would be a little bit careful about doing it with other characters, but other player characters. But besides that, if you meet an NPC and you're oh, we fucked, sure, that's canon, or whatever, or whatever kind of thing. And even creating NPCs, of oh, I have this friend, or I have this enemy, or this or that, or the guy who runs that store hates me, things like that. Feel free to step in and say those things and create those things. And also to set scenes as well. I'll kind of move us from scene to scene, but you guys can also do that as well if you wanted to kind of shift to a scene with your character.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So it says when you get experience bars, after you get the 5 experience points, you erase them, and then you choose one of the advancements from the list. There's a couple advancements here, and then I have no idea what the fuck any of this means.
Okay.
You supply for needy friends? What does that mean?
You're a drug pusher, of course. What else would it be?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Maybe like.
Let me look at your.
Oh, needy fiends. I'm sorry, it doesn't say.
Oh,
No,
so
friend.
okay, so
I'm sorry, I misread that.
no, so each
Okay, kids. Today we learned the
skin-
difference between fiend and friend.
There's an R missing.
each skin has a gang associated with it.
Gang.
And so basically, like you could start building a gang,
That's what
and like
Josh is
that-
here.
that's what Josh's character starts with. But like any character could start to do that as they level up. So that's what the needy
A
fiend
gang.
is, like your gang.
My gang would be the student council.
And if you go into like additional rules, it explains a little bit more about gangs. But basically, they just like if they're helping you in a situation, you get to add one to your roll. If like you have someone in your gang or like your clique is helping you in a situation, you get to add one to your roll. Okay, so where was I? So I would just kind of think about it that way of like this is a very player run game, so just feel free to step in and like make a flashback scene happen or cut to a scene of you doing something, like you guys are as much running that part of this game as I am. And then going back to the rules, the first move, turning someone on, is what it says it is. But it doesn't always need to be sexual necessarily. It can be kind of like trying to convince. It can be kind of persuasion as well. Think about it that way. And you can see each of these. I'm not going to read all of them out. We can just kind of do them as they come up. But each of them is going to have like, if you roll a 10 plus, this is what happens. If you roll a 7 to 9, that's what happens. And then if you roll 6 below, you just fail at what you were trying to do. So then the next one is shutting someone down. Oh, turning someone on, you roll with hot. That's your stat that you use. Shutting someone down, you roll with cold. And that's like, can be not just like shutting someone down sexually, but it can also be like insulting someone, like just being like rude and cold and harsh and like a bitchy teenager is shutting someone
That's
down.
gonna be my go-to.
Yeah, that's a good one. Keeping your cool.
What if I shut somebody down by being oblivious? Is that a thing?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Take liberties with this stuff. Like this is
Okay.
a very loose structure, and if I don't call for like that's why I wanted to familiar you guys with this a little bit is like feel free to be like, can I roll for shutting them down if I don't ask you to roll? Like feel free to be like, is that shut,
Oh man,
Tell me what
I'm not even gonna remember. Like normally when I play D&D, I'm like, hey, can I roll for that? But for this, I'm gonna.
Yeah,
forget,
yeah.
I swear.
Well, I'll try and be good at that. That's kind of
Okay.
my job here, is to make these rolls come in. Okay, so keeping your cool then is you're trying to like stay cool in a tough situation. Again, this can be very broad. If you roll a 10, you like gain you like learn something about the situation that you're in, and you take one forward, which means that you get to add one to a roll later on. It's basically like a bonus that you get to like hold on to and add later to a roll. And then lashing out physically is like the closest thing to an attack in this game. And harm is very much like narratively dependent. Like most of your attacks would probably just be one harm. I mean, it depends on what you're doing. Like
So
you
if
can...
I rip someone's blouse off, that's one harm.
yeah, that could be a way to do harm. Yeah, that would be like one harm. If you like hit him with a bat or like come at him with a knife, that's gonna be like 2 harm. If you like run him over with a car or shoot him with a gun, that's gonna be like 3 harm. You know.
Hey man, stop ruining my playbook.
Let's shoot up the school.
Speaking of running over someone
No,
with a car,
I had that discussion about another game.
so
Yeah, that's not true. Let's try and avoid school shootings.
That's probably a good idea.
I'm
Considering you're like a teacher, like probably shouldn't get into that one.
so since this is a high school game, who can drive?
That's a good question.
Huh. Shit. Probably
I
don't.
doubt
Dude,
Lily
we live
has
in
the
Japan.
ability.
No one drives. We all take public transportation everywhere.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm like
I
a
know
powerful
Lupina has
I'm a
a butler,
vampire,
so-
so I probably like run ninja style super fast everywhere. I don't need a car.
Yeah, with the arms behind your back.
Just like a true anime. Can this just be an anime? Can we make it an anime?
Yeah.
I mean, I can change my
Thought
background.
it
from
already
wrestling
was.
thing
I'm
to be
confused again.
Yeah,
I can change
It's
the
an
wrestling
anime.
in my background to
It's an
kendo.
anime.
Thank you. We're
It's an
doing
anime.
it. Cool. Got it.
We're in Japan. You have to call me senpai.
Okay,
Okay.
so next thing, running away, just like escaping
Piano cone.
something. And I'm gonna not go through. Again, I'm not gonna go through all these things. But if you roll a 7 and 9, that's when that like list of things comes in, and you basically just choose one of those
Mhm.
that you want to like make happen. It's like, okay, I'll succeed on this thing, but then I also like some other thing happens.
So for
Um,
me personally, what I'm just gonna do is I'm just gonna do things, and then you tell me if I have to roll for them.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. But then some things like gazing into the abyss is a good one. That actually you might want to think about doing.
Yeah, I probably will.
Um,
I'm sure she daydreams all the time.
yeah, and exactly, it can be whatever you want that to mean. But that's like if you do that, you gain visions about the future, and so you could like gaze into the abyss about something specifically, about a question you have about something, and then you gain a forward on like acting on that information, which again, a forward is like a bonus to a future roll. Okay, so the next thing, this is probably one of the most important ones, is pulling strings. And this is one that you will kind of have to, like, all that other stuff are things that I can activate and be like, okay, roll for this, roll for that.
Activate.
Activate, yeah. But pulling strings
Activate
is
my trap
something
card.
that you guys will want to keep in mind, because when you have a string on someone, you can do those 4 things. You can tempt them to do what you want. And what that means is you use a string and you can offer them an experience point if they do what you tell them to do. So this can be a good way to get players to do what you ask them to. Is you're basically like you can use your string to offer them an experience point. The next thing is giving a condition, and conditions are
I have conditioned hair. I still have it on my sheet.
yeah, there you go.
Conditions.
Conditions are very broad. Again, it's like, you can just kind of make up your mind of like, okay, I want to pull a string and I want to give you the condition of nerd, and I'm gonna like use that string to label you as a nerd in some way.
Can
And
I
then-
add random conditions right now?
No.
I can't
Those
put
are
like perfume on or something. Smells good.
Well, okay, so here's the thing with conditions is that if you, I guess you could, because they're negative. All
Oh,
that
this
can
is
happen,
negative.
well, they're not supposed to be negative, but the way that they're used in the game is that people,
Okay,
if somebody does something that takes advantage of one of your conditions, like while interacting with you, they gain, and they're rolling something, they gain a +1 on that roll. So like if you're a nerd and I shut you down and call you a nerd, I'm going to get a +1 on my thing.
Okay.
And then the way you get rid of conditions is you just got to do something narratively that satisfies getting rid of that condition. So if you're a nerd, you got to like do something to get rid of that label, and like try to.
You gotta beat up another nerd.
Yeah, whatever you want.
Like play Dungeons and Dragons. That's not nerdy, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
That'll
That'll
get
get
D&D. I thought we were
Welcome,
playing
Josh.
something else. I'm
Mhm.
ready for
Yeah, we're
D&D.
actually just having a party at my house so that we can play D&D.
I'll just
Okay,
play
so-
really meta, and then we'll start doing voices for other characters.
But no one wanted to come up with their characters and shit, and everybody was like fucking late, and not enough people showed up. So what really happened is we ended up playing Jumanji, and now we're going into Jumanji.
No, and then the whole game actually just becomes a meta game of our other game, and then we don't actually play
All right.
Monsterhearts at all.
We just log in. We log into our other game and start playing.
Playing our characters, playing our characters.
Ta-da!
Okay, so just the last two, Josh. I was just going over the rules on that reference sheet real quick. So the last two things are healing. So if you have harm, you can only do this once per session. So you can only do this once in our entire game tonight. But you can heal one harm by like taking a scene to tend your wounds, and if there's somebody else who's helping you, then you gain one additional harm. And it suggests that there is perhaps erotic subtext in that help.
Sexual.
Rub
You
that
have to
in.
have erotic
Exactly.
things happen to feel better, basically, is what this is saying.
It doesn't say. It says perhaps with erotic subtext. So it's not.
Touch the penis.
Mhm.
They never force anything on you in this game, and I really appreciate that.
Damn.
Skirting death then is the last one, and if you get 4 harm, you skirt death, and you can either become your darkest self, which each of you has like a little description of what that means on your character sheet, or you just lose all the strings you have on everybody. And then we briefly went over conditions before, and then gangs. We also talked about that. So, all right. So, I think we're just going to roll with it. I just wanted to briefly go over those things, but we're just going to see how it goes. And that reference sheet is there for you to look at if you want to. But I'll try and call for those things. So let's go through it real quick, starting with Akira. And just go through. I just want you to maybe give a very brief backstory description of who your character is, and then tell what strings you have, and that's really important. Make sure we're writing all these down. So on your character sheet, write down if you have strings on people, Akira. Make sure you wrote it down, and if Akira says that you have a string on him. Pronouns are going to be very difficult tonight. If you have a string on him, then
I'm a dude.
write it down. Yeah, I know it. But let me just get some intro music as we start to get rid of this Baja, man. Get some nice intro music as we start to hear about your badass characters.
Okay, so... Sorry, I'm eating chocolate. My name is Akira Sakanomi. I come from a family of vampires, basically. One of the original founders of the town. And we're the only, like, pure blood vampires left because everybody else got with, humans and other stuff, whatever. Shit happens. Parents are doctors, and since I'm, like, young, I'm still not in control of not being completely vampire-y, so I accidentally almost kill people to suck their blood. I have a problem, okay? Don't get mad at me. But
You have a drinking problem.
I have a drinking problem.
Underdrinking is a big problem in this town.
And I was kind of thinking that I was also kind of I'm trying to be against the pure blood vampire thing, or my parents are trying to get me to go against that because they're thinking, hey, maybe this isn't such a good idea anymore, and we don't even know who else are vampires here to get with our kids, so whatever, fuck it, do whatever you want as long as you don't cause a panic. So yeah, and
Cool
for
parents.
my strings, yeah, they are cool. I like my parents. For my strings, I have a string on everybody. Because I'm sexy. So, you all think I'm hot as fuck, so.
Really? You have a string on everyone?
I'm beautiful.
That's pretty cool.
I have a string on everybody. So
Cool.
suck it. But someone has 2 strings on me because they once saved my life. We haven't really decided on that yet.
Let's decide now.
All right, so who thinks that they saved Akira's life?
I think we said I did.
Yeah, because you were thinking maybe I was like I drowned. I was drowning one time. And you helped me because I don't like water.
But you have like strings on everybody already.
Dude,
No,
everyone's
I mean
supposed
like
to get
someone has
strings on
2
everyone.
strings on me. This is
I know.
gonna be confusing that way.
Everyone has strings on everyone. That's how this game works.
Wait,
Well,
I don't know.
I don't know.
Do you want to? Maybe you guys.
If no one else can
Well-
think of anything, I'm okay with the drowning thing. But if we need to like distribute strings evenly later at the end,
It'd
then
be
we
nice
can
if they were a
adjust.
little bit. Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see
let's
Let's
see
keep
how
going.
everybody else.
what the other ones are. We
Yeah,
can
see what
always.
the other missing slots are, yeah.
Hmm.
So your thing was everyone owes a string to you. Correct?
Yes,
No.
I gain a
Uh,
string on everybody because I'm beautiful.
Which means that on Susan's character sheet,
So I
Susan,
have
you
a
should write
string to
everyone's
use.
name and
That's-
have like
Yeah.
one string
Yeah,
next to all those names.
I did that. Yeah.
Okay. You guys don't need to keep track. If somebody has a string on you, I wouldn't keep track of that because that's gonna just clutter
Yeah,
your
that's-
character sheet.
Gotcha. Okay, I was worried about that. Okay.
Just keep track of the
Just
strings that
keep
you
track.
have on other people.
Yeah, that's what's important.
All right. So let's go with Lupina next.
Okay, so I'm playing Lupina Kavanaugh. My parents are probably the richest people in town. They are very close to it. My mother is district attorney running for mayor. My dad's a real estate mogul. I used to go to a private school, but about 3 years ago, the private school burned down, and I was sort of forced by my parents to start attending a public school for quote unquote optics. Let's see. I have my little clique of mean girls, including Brittany Talbot, Brittany Karloff, Francesca Talbot, and Tabitha Moonchild, who happens to be the cheerleaders, head of the cheerleading squad. We're called the Debutantes, aka the Debbies. I sometimes refer to my clique members as Debbie 1, 2, and 3, because I can't be bothered. And I also have a string on Lily because we'll go with like one time Lily dropped something and I just handed it to her very sort of nonchalantly, and she's just sort of, oh, okay, now we're best friends. Only my best friend would do something like that. But it's one of those things where I'm just like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever. That's nice, dear.
Maybe not best friends, but we're definitely we're good.
You
friends.
you
Okay, yeah.
think
We're
you're
friends.
definitely
Okay.
friends. You're like,
Yeah,
oh my
yeah.
gosh, she likes me. I don't know.
Mhm.
Not likes you, but like, you got it.
All right. So
Senpai noticed me.
that means that Lily has a string on Lupina, correct?
I have
Oh,
a string on Lily.
Yep.
I believe it goes both ways. If I'm looking at your character sheet, it says give them a string
Oh.
on you and take a string.
Yeah, and yeah, you're right. Yeah, so I have a string on Lily. Lily has a string on me in that I'm very self-conscious about my small breast size, and I'm intimidated by her and her
Right.
humongous breasts.
But okay, so actually, the reason why he had a string on me wasn't his power; it was my power because I owe a debt to him.
But no, according to my sheet, I also give a string to or give them a string on you and take a string on them. So it sounds like we have multiple strings on each other.
Okay, so that's true. Then you have 2 strings on me. but
Okay.
You'd have
Yeah,
to,
but
you'd
we'll
have
get to
come up
that
with
when we
another
get
reason.
to Lily's.
Okay, sure.
But so Lupina, you have, as far as your character sheet, you have strings on all your gang, your
Mhm.
clique. Then you have one string on Lily, and Lily has one string on you.
Right.
So Lily, make sure you write that down. That you have one string on Lupina. All right, Faye, let's hear it.
Alright, so Faye Oakley is the oldest daughter of Hill Oakley and River Oakley, who own a semi-prosperous fruit orchard on the kind of outskirts of town, with a nice little lake over there. And her parents have been out of town for going on 3 years now, so she's been kind of left to manage the orchard and her little sisters this entire time. And with the kind of stress of having all these responsibilities on her shoulders, she's taken up being part of the high school wrestling team to kind of release some stress. And she's also childhood friends with Nana, and was tutored by Nana way back when they were little, and that's part of how Nana started with the whole tutoring gig. And Nana kind of helps her watch her little sisters in that she includes them in her tutoring sessions with the other girls, Lily, and I forget who else is being tutored by Nana. And Lupina's father has been making moves on trying to buy out the orchard, so she has a little bit of resentment towards Lupina because of this, even though that might not be entirely fair. That's, just how it shakes out with these hormones in high school, drama. And as far as strings go, I give everyone one string because I wear my heart on my sleeve. I'm not subtle. And I gain 2 strings on someone whose fancy I've captured, and I don't know who that is.
All right. So first off, everybody has a string on Faye. So make sure everybody writes that down on their character sheet.
You got it.
And if you already have one, add another. So now you got 2 on Faye.
Mhm.
No, I only have the one because I wrote it down earlier.
Okay. Well,
So
yeah, I
reason-
just mean, yeah. Yep, she wears her heart on her sleeve. Buddy just knows how to get to her. She's easy to get under.
Easy
her
to read.
skin. Easy to read, yeah. And she's captured someone's fancy. So that doesn't necessarily mean romantically. If anybody feels like Faye is very
I can give up strings. I don't mind.
yeah, I think that could make sense narratively, right? Your character is very
Childhood
interested
friends.
in Faye.
And if Nana's into witchcraft stuff, potentially knowing about, some.
Well, that's all hush hush secret. I don't tell anyone.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Gotcha. So, would Nana have any inkling of Faye origin, or?
Don't think so, but maybe some guesses.
Because I could see Nana being very interested in.
The more the year disappearing.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
Faye coming back and not knowing it was a year and being surprised by that.
Faye might have, or Nana might have done. I feel like Nana is pretty bookish and learned what that was all about. Okay, so Faye, then you have 2 strings. Nana, why don't you mark that down?
Cool.
Nana just can't get enough of.
The most popular antisocial girl in school.
All right, Lily.
Okay. Lily is a bubbly head, big boobed girl who is very, very nice to everybody. And let's see. Let me go to my points here. And she likes to daydream a lot. And one day when she was daydreaming and listening to music in her house, she started singing along, and she realized that she couldn't sing very well. And so in her head, she audibly sighed and wished that she could one day become a one-hit wonder. And that was when a demon who she mistook as the spirit of Britney Spears.
Oh, that's great.
I just feel bad that your biggest aspiration is to be a one-hit wonder.
The spirit, or the demon, actually, made a pact with Lily that one day she'll become a one-hit wonder if she only follows what he says. It says. And so now Lily listens to the demon every so often and asks for advice and stuff. And
Great.
with strings, I have to give away 3 strings. So one of those strings has so the dark power has at least one string, and then the other character is Sam's character Nana, because you tutored me, and then I have another string to give away, which I guess I can give that to Lupina, but we'll have to figure out why. And then I also have the string because of your power. So, do you want to have two strings on me?
Yeah, that works for me. And you would have two strings on me. Or no, you'd have one string on me, I think.
No, I'd have one string on you.
Yeah, okay, that's right.
And then I also gain one string on a person who thinks they can save me from my demon. So I don't know who wants to be that. Actually,
feels
just
like a savior type.
Yeah. Who wants to save me, guys?
One of your best friends. I don't know, it doesn't really have to be them. But it's pretty likely that it could be them.
Yeah, does Faye or Nana feel like that's...
I could see Faye maybe being worried about Lily, since Faye's used to looking after her little sisters, and I kind of roped Lily in with that same kind of, taking care of people instinct.
Okay, so I have...
So you have so Lily has a string, Nana, or on Faye, because Faye just is always wanting to make sure that dumb bimbo is taken care of.
And then that should be it.
I guess dumb bimbo is kind of redundant.
It's funner to say.
All right.
Yep.
Great. So Nana, last but not least. Are you there, Sam?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh no, no problem.
I got distracted by something very strange. So what am I doing now? Telling my backstory, right?
Yeah. And your strengths.
Nana is the perfect daughter of some very rich, very fancy parents she very, 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 very rarely ever sees. She tends to be left home alone all the time. So she's gotten into some trouble with the internet because of it along the way. She got #1 in her placement scores, which made her become elected to the, I guess, class representative would be the correct term.
Class president.
Which is Lupina is apparently not very happy with. As for strings, where was the page with the back? There it is. And backstory. I get 2 tokens from other people, which were going to be the political pin from Lupina and the unwilting flower blossom from Faye. And then I give away a string. They get, and then one of the others caught me rummaging through a friend's stuff, which was me looking through Lily's stuff, and Susan caught me, and she gets a string on me for that.
All right, so Akira, you have a string, Nana, and
that's all it is. Like,
and just remember, remember that those sympathetic tokens.
Oh, I know.
Can be used as strings too.
Okay, but there's other things that they're going to be used for.
Oh yeah, good. All right, so, I think that is. I can finally turn off this Buffy theme song.
Did you get the 2 strings, Susan? Didn't you have something that we didn't do?
No, we did. We decided it was just not to save me from drowning. We'll just go with that.
Okay.
Yeah, we can just stick with that.
Okay, so summary on strings is I have 2 on Nana.
I have 3, one across, one on everyone except for
You do?
Lupina. I do not have a string on, but I have sympathetic tokens, so I in the end have 5.
Wait,
So I have 4 strings, 2 on Faye, 1 on Lupina, 1 on Nana. Right? No. Do I not have that one on?
Sympathetic tokens kind of work as strings.
Wait. Fuck. I'm already forgetting things. No.
Did you write it down? That's why we did that.
I did, but I think I did it before. I know I have 1 on Lupina because of Lupina's power, and I have 1 on Faye because Faye's my savior, and then 1 on Faye because Faye has her heart on her sleeve.
Yes.
Okay.
I think that's it. Whatever. That'll be it. That's all I know. I have 3.
3
Okay.
total. Okay.
If not, fuck it. Who cares?
Yeah. All right. Let's just get started.
Let's go.
Great. That was yeah. All right. So, begin on a morning of it's a nice sunny fall. Probably one of the last warm days of the year. You guys all approach. Oh, let me move your map. As you approach Cherry Blossom High.
Nice anime.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
Yes, anime.
I was prepared for this to be an anime.
I love it.
And as you approach, you guys all kind of come to school via your different ways. I'm sure that Lupina is dropped off by her butler, her manservant Withers.
Thank you, Withers. That'll do. I pet Bark Ruffalo as I leave.
Okay, and do you all are coming in, like kind of gathering out front the steps. Some people linger. There's a large banner that reads "Big game tonight, go Pits!" Strung across the entryway.
Ah, what another day at school.
Lily breathes
I don't
in the
feel like
nice.
I've had enough to drink to handle that for a long period of time.
Oh my god, that's tequila.
I need more alcohol. You're right. You got a good plan. Keep going.
So you guys continue moving in, gathering around, greeting each other. Some of you heading straight into. But eventually, all of you make it into the hallway.
Nana's probably the first in the classroom, waiting at her desk when everyone else arrives, one by
Okay.
one.
I'm probably there with you because let's say if there's a student council, I'm on the council with you.
You're the secretary.
Sure.
All right. So Akira and Nana are sitting in class, eagerly awaiting. Which class is your first period?
I think the way Japanese schools works is the teachers come to your classes, and you never actually leave your seat you're in the same seat all day.
Okay. Well, we're
Okay.
not actually in Japan. We're in
Whatever.
fantasy
We're in
anime.
fantasy,
I was just
anime,
saying,
and whatever.
it's one of those weird systems where
Well, what is the
teachers
first
rotate.
subject? That's what he's
What
saying.
is the first
okay.
period?
What's the first subject?
English.
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 Okay.
Nice. So your kind of scruffy English teacher's just sitting up. It's like we're going through papers. As the two of you are just sitting there quietly. Class.
Hey, Nana. So, did you hear about the big party at my house after the game today?
Shh. I'm trying to hear what he has to say.
The teacher just silently flips through papers.
I would absolutely love it if you would come.
Okay, listen, I'll show up if I have time, but can we just wait? He's about to start talking.
Okay. We'll talk about it later. A wink at her.
Back in the hallway, you guys hear Akira and Nana. You hear a little bit of a rustle, a cry from outside. The rest of you in the hallway, gathering your books from your lockers and doing whatever it is you're doing in the hallways of Cherry Hollow High. You see Fred Feifel, the staple of Cherry Hollow High. He's been a senior at this school for as long as any of you have been here, which is somewhat inexplicable because he is one of the smartest kids in the class. and he is just rifling through his locker, and up strides Pat Turner, the class bully, who just comes and shoves him from behind and says, "Hey, Fred," and just pushes him into his locker and starts bullying him and pushing him around, and Fred yells out and cries as he's being...
Oh,
And everybody starts gathering around, and Pat is just pushing Fred up into his locker, and his friend Grunson is just kind of standing by. Grunson, mysterious new student, is just kind of standing back and watching with a little smirk on his face.
Pat's the new student? Wait.
Grunson is the
Grunson.
new student.
Okay.
Pat is the bully,
Bully.
pushing Fred into his locker.
All right, I walk up to Pat and I just tell him, "Hey, back off."
Says, "What's it to you? Muscles?"
You should be picking on someone who's your own size, shrimp.
Oh, why don't you roll to shut him down?
Ooh.
That's cold, right?
Yeah, that's cold.
Ooh.
All right, so 10 plus. You can choose one of the items on the sheet there. They lose a string on you. They have no strings on you. You can gain a string on him. You can give him a condition, or you can just take one forward, which means
Okay,
a plus
so-
one to a future roll.
I'm gonna take that one forward because I don't see this Pat guy being much trouble, so I don't really care about having to give him a condition. So I'm gonna take it one forward. Yeah.
All right.
How should I mark that? Like, do I just put it on my character sheet somewhere?
Yeah, maybe in notes. Just write one forward, and you can use that on any roll. All right, so
You could dish out playing cards if you wanted, Eric.
okay,
Forward.
yeah, I'll do that.
Oh yeah. Cards.
Um, got a bunch of tabs right now. Okay. All right, so yeah, I'll deal you one. All right, so as you do this, Pat kind of withers back, and he says, he kind of looks back at you and looks at Fred and says, "Figures, creeps all, you weirdos all stick together. I'm coming
Yeah,
for
keep
you,
running.
Fred." And he starts walking away.
Keep running, Pat. Keep running.
And Grunson is there, just kind of looking at you with a raised eyebrow, the smirk still on his face, and then he turns and follows Pat off.
Oh wait, before that happens, can my character run up?
Yeah, of course. Just run up, do it.
Yeah. So my character is gonna probably approach the situation. So Pat's gone, and Lily's gonna go, "Wow, you are so brave, Faye."
Oh, it's nothing. I just can't stand bullies. You know that. You're right, Fred. I pat Fred on the shoulder, maybe a little too hard.
Yeah, I do too. I do too.
Fred's
you okay,
Fred's just getting out of the locker. Yeah, I'm all right. Thanks, guys. Fred does that every morning. Oh, there's always a bully, I tell you.
Well, if Pat messes with you again, let me know. I'll straighten him out. Don't worry about it.
Thanks, Faye. That means a lot.
Wow, Faye,
Anytime.
how'd you get so strong?
Just working at the orchard, taking care of my sisters. You know,
Anabolic steroids.
life. Anabolic steroid. No.
You have a condition now. Addicted to steroids.
It's actually like from the Fey realm version of steroids, probably.
Well, regardless, I'm gonna follow Faye now.
Okay. Before you leave, Fred pipes up and says, "Are you two going to the big game tonight?"
What game?
Maybe.
It's the big game. It's tonight. I don't know. I'm not really into sports ball, but everybody's gonna be there, so I'll probably be there.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I gotta go back to the orchard and take care of that. I gotta take care of my sisters. I'll see what Nana's doing though.
Oh, is that why there is that big sign for pits? I thought it had something to do with armpits.
How's that tutoring going, Lily?
I think it's going pretty well.
She's doing better. Nana's a good teacher.
She's now ranked 35 out of 36.
All right.
Can
So
I
you
come
get-
walking up with my click at this point?
Of course, yeah. You might have, I don't think you were here at the beginning, Josh, but like this game is dependent a little bit on you guys creating
Okay.
scenes. So
Okay.
if you want to make a scene happen and even take us away to something totally different, feel free. Step in.
Okay.
Do whatever you want.
Make up
Yeah,
the
so
world
I'll,
and NPCs as you need to.
Yeah, yeah. Make
so,
up NPCs, make up locations, whatever you want.
Oh boy. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, I'll walk up with my little click, and Lupina will just sort of sit there and fuss with her hair. Tabitha, tell me, don't we have janitors in this school?
Yes, I believe we do.
Well, maybe we need to get new janitors because apparently there's a bunch of refuse in the hallway. How do we?
They all the Debbies just like.
What's a refuse?
She's calling us straggulate, but takes one to know one.
Oh, look, they actually. That. Okay.
I'll say, why don't you, because you initiated it, I'll say,
First blood.
because you initiated it, I'll say, Lupina roll to shut down Faye.
Okay. Right. Because my click is here. Let's see here. I think I get +1 to this.
Yeah, +1.
Cool. So this is +2. Cool. Cancel. Good. Cool.
Does Faye get to roll back for the comeback?
Hmm.
Oh, I think that's appropriate. A partial success.
Mhm.
There we go.
Okay.
So partial success on shutting someone down. So you choose one from below, but you come across poorly, and they give you a condition in return. So if you look at that list, you can choose one of those. Are you looking at that?
Yeah.
You can choose one of those, and then you can give Lupina a condition, Faye.
Okay.
Which could be something like bitch, or snob, or
Cunt.
smelly.
Okay.
That's not
Yeah.
really
So
appropriate.
I'll go ahead and again, still fussing with my hair. I don't even bother looking at Faye. I just go, well, what do you know? They actually do books out in the little boondocks. Tabitha, get them out of my way, please.
Please, if you could all just make some room. And then she just starts.
And I'll impose the condition bumpkin on Faye.
The condition of what?
Bumpkin.
Bumpkin.
Gotcha. And then I'll post a condition of snob onto you.
Damn.
Hmm.
All right.
Fire!
And as I pass through the hall, I don't move at all. They walk around
Snob
me. I don't budge.
So,
Like a
Um,
tree.
I don't know what's going on.
so the just to be clear about what conditions are, if anybody makes a roll against Lupina or Faye using those conditions, you get a +1. So if you're like somehow interacting with her as a snob, you get a +1, or as a bumpkin, you get a +1. You can tap into those whenever you want now, until
So,
they
like, if we
get
are
rid of them.
insulting her, Lupina being a snob, we get a +1.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yep.
So if I were to
Got
check
it.
my sheet, would I mark that I'm a bumpkin, or would I mark that Lupina is a snob?
Mark that you're a
you mark
pumpkin.
your own conditions.
You're a
Mark your
bumpkin.
own.
Gotcha. Okay.
At which point, Francesca, as they're walking past, just sniffs you and says, "She smells like moss." Ugh.
Come, Francesca. Don't sit there and sniff them like a commoner.
Oh, she gets all red in the face and hustles forward.
I fucking love it.
I just shake my head and I turn to Lily. I can't stand them.
Right as Lupina's going to open the door swings open in front of her, and Nana's just standing there staring at her coldly.
Nana, how's it going?
Not bad. I got the first on another test. Looks like you're growing rather well. And she looks at your chest.
Oh, it must be so nice being student body president.
If you want to roll for shutting her down with that insult, you definitely could.
Sure.
There's a lot of this. Is starting off with a lot of shade here,
Is
guys.
this just supposed to happen? Like, are we doing this right, Eric?
You can do whatever you want.
I think we all just latched on the high school drama aspect of this system far more than like the paranormal romance part of it.
Yeah. Well, you're like all nasty girls, so. Okay, so success. You can choose one of those things from shut someone down. If I were you guys, keep that reference sheet just like
Oh,
available.
Yeah.
Give her the condition flat, duh.
Sure. I'm gonna give her the condition flat.
All right, so flat-chested. Now a condition that Lupina has. Man, yikes. Well, these were appropriate things for you guys to have. See? We're just establishing our characters in this opening scene.
And then Nana just kind of walks past her and walks over to
Well,
Faye and
I'll
Lily.
just sort of like.
No, go ahead.
Oh, next to you and sit down in the classroom. I have a girl like on pretty much on boxing me in, so nobody can sit directly next to me except for Akira. I'll sit down very demurely, and I'll just sort of like sit there and like bat my eyelashes, waiting for him to respond.
Do you want
Another
to roll
lady.
and turn them on?
Oh yeah, sure, yeah, I'll do that.
And if I ask you to roll something and you're like, that's not what I was trying to do, say so. But
Uh-huh.
I'm just trying to encourage the rolls when.
Encourage rolling.
God
Yeah.
damn it!
All right, partial success. So you gain a string on them, but they choose a reaction. Or no, I'm sorry. They can either give you a string or choose a reaction. So look at that sheet, Akira. You can either choose one of those reactions, or you can give Lupina a string on you.
One of the reactions. I was thinking of promising something. I think you want. 'Cause I totally think you want something. I got it.
I could think of a few things Lupina wants.
Well, Lupina, I was going to ask you.
Oh, Akira, is that you? I didn't even see you there.
Yes, I just wanted to ask. I'm pretty sure you've heard that there's a big party at my house tonight after the game.
Of course.
I would so love it if you came. I hold your hand.
Oh shit!
Okay, is that? Are you turning me on?
I don't know. Sure.
Roll hot. Roll with hot.
Roll with hot. What the heck?
Yeah, give her just.
I have a feeling we're not gonna get into anything like this is gonna go nowhere.
All right, so same thing. Lupina, you can choose one of those options, or you can
I don't even know what's happening.
give her a string.
You have to choose, guys.
Josh, are you there?
Josh.
Josh died.
No, I was
Oh.
mute. I was pushed to talk. Sorry.
Oh.
Oh, no, no worries.
So okay, but I'll just I'll give myself to you. I'll just be like, of course I'll be there. I'll be fashionably late, of course, but you can definitely expect me there, Akira-kun.
Well, I can't wait. And then I'll kiss her hand.
Let's see. I'm gonna roll cold to keep my cool here. God damn it!
Ugh.
All right, so you roll to keep your cool. Yeah, you in this moment, you're very much like wearing your heart on your sleeve, and
Mhm.
people around you, as you're continuing to pursue this relationship, are starting to kind of notice you looking a little bit more vulnerable than you do. Usually, always cool. You're in this moment, kind of
Mhm.
a little bit red cheeked and.
Mhm.
All right, but at this time, the teacher finally. Well, welcome to class, everyone. We're gonna be talking about Homer's Odyssey today. Really good story. You guys could probably relate to the harpy part, but we'll get there.
Does he roll cold? Just shut up.
To shut everyone down.
Can I look into the abyss while this is happening? Can I daydream?
Yeah, look into the abyss.
I'm
What are
looking
you
to
trying
see.
to learn about?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to see if I will get with Akira or whatever.
Akira.
Yeah, that's
Roll. So roll dark.
okay. Hell yeah.
Success. All right.
Yeah.
So you daydreaming after seeing this little sexual exchange between Akira and Lupina. You begin daydreaming about if you were in those shoes, and maybe it'll happen at the party tonight. And you kind of have this vision of Britney Spears' "Oops, I Did It Again" playing in the background as you are furiously making out with Akira. And so, right, you have one.
I got one forward.
You
for...
get one forward. And this is specifically for
Mhm.
acting sexually towards Akira.
Got it. Cool.
Or just relationship with Akira. I'll give you a card to mark that.
Nice. Did it, guys.
All right.
Because I wasn't listening to the class. Make mine who doesn't.
Oh, yeah. So the teacher drones on for most of the period. We kind of, as we see Lily have this daydream, she comes out of it kind of with the ring of the bell at the end of class, and everybody starts shuffling out into the hallway to move on to the next class. Because this isn't Japan, it's Fantasyland, and you guys move classes. So you're in the hallways between your classes. And as you're moving between your classes, you hear crackling over the loudspeaker comes the voice of Principal Halverson, who says, hello, students of Cherry Blossom High. This is Principal Halverson speaking. I hope you all are having a lovely day. We have the big game tonight. For all of you fans of sports ball, it's going to be a real good one. The Cherry Hollow Pits are facing off against the Dolford High Drums. So be there or be square. Well, another announcement is we have the whole school choir has come down with an illness, and our production before the event tonight, before the big game, has been canceled. So if anybody has anything they want to do before the game, we are desperately looking for entertainment. And when I say desperate, I mean it. So come to old Principal Halverson's office and you can apply to perform before the big game tonight. All right, the whole town will be there. It'll be great. Don't be nervous. Bye. And then the voice crackles out.
Can I be
At the-
following Faye?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm walking side by side with Nana at the same time, so the three of us are kind of a little group, it sounds like.
Hmm.
Sure.
After the announcement ends, I turn to Nana and I say, "Hey, don't you used to play an instrument? What was that instrument you played again?"
Triangle.
Triangle, yeah. Lily, don't you play an instrument as well? And I turn back to Lily and
Do you think that maybe the choir had AIDS?
I heard it was mono.
those are kind of the same thing, but not really, but kind of. That was stupid. But Lily, don't you play an instrument as well, or don't you sing?
Yeah. I'm
Huh.
not that good though.
Oh, don't sell yourself short. You're better than you think you are. I mean, I know I can.
You
Play
can
the
sing
drums a
far
bit.
better than you can do classwork.
She has a point.
Thanks for that, Nana.
Maybe if we find a couple more people, maybe we could do that. Maybe like I was worried about what I could do with my little sisters, after school before the game. But if we just
We
had
could
them be in
start
the,
a band.
yeah, maybe for just tonight at least.
Wait,
We're gonna
Faye,
find a couple more people though.
do you do something?
Oh yeah, I play the drums.
Oh. That sounds good.
Yeah, I just thought of it.
But wait, isn't there a party tonight? Or is that a different night?
Isn't that after the game? Is it after the game?
Nana knows. I just told her about it in class this morning. I'm
Yeah,
Is it
it's
after the
after
game?
It's
Okay.
after the game. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Mhm.
Sorry, I have a dog on my chest.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go sign up or talk to the principal or whatever.
We need someone with guitar though, or at least bass. Do you know anybody who knows how to play those?
You know,
I think Akira knows how to play bass.
what about
Ooh,
Lupina?
yeah.
Does she know how to play an
What
instrument?
about Lupina?
Look, I understand there was some conflict in the morning,
Let's
but if she can help us, we should talk to her.
let's ask Akira first. Let's see if he knows how to play anything.
Akira, as you're walking out of class,
I'm like, cool guy, hands in my pockets.
cool guy, hands in your pockets, walking out, and then suddenly, black bars, only see your eyes. It just cuts to like that, and it's like the camera's like moving, and then it cut to eyes, and you're just having a stare down across the hallway, eyes on eyes of Brunson is just sitting there mugging, mean mugging as you walk out, just kind of looking at you from across the hallway. And I want you to make a gaze in the abyss roll as you just have this stare down with Grunson. who's a somewhat new kid to school. This is his first year. You guys are in like October, so it's only been a few months that you've been in school with this guy. Partial success. Okay. So as you have this stare down, you have strange visions of werewolves and ghouls and witches, and all of them are dying in terrible, horrible ways, being staked through the heart, or burned, or dismembered. Get the feeling that Grunson knows something about I'll just say you have this feeling that Grunson is from a family of monster slayers.
Duh.
And,
As I walk by him, I'll say, it's a pleasure seeing you, Munson. It's the first time talking to you. I hope we can be good friends later on. As you know, I am a part of the school council, so if you ever need anything, please ask me. I'll be happy to help.
it's Grunson.
What did I say?
You said Munson. It's Grunson.
Yikes.
Next is Bunsen, like Bunsen Honeydew.
Then he just says, "Nice teeth."
Oh, I did get braces when I was younger.
Smooth. It's fucking smooth.
Says,
Good.
why don't you roll to keep your cool?
Keep me cool. Cool.
Keep you cool, man.
Keep me cool, man.
Partial success. All right.
Ugh.
So in this moment, talking to him, you're just kind of like
Yikes.
getting a little nervous, getting a little worried. But he looks at you and he says, "What's the name of your orthodontist? My little brother needs braces."
Danzy, Dr. Danzy.
Okay, I'm gonna
He's
write
actually
that down.
pretty great. Great guy. Fun guy.
And then he just walks away. As you're saying that, he just walks away.
Keep my cool. Good. Keep walking.
Can we cut to the girls' bathroom for a second?
Of course.
Okay. So we cut to the girls' bathroom where Lupina and her has like gathered her clique in quote unquote the office to have a discussion. So she's like pacing back and forth, almost like a military officer. Has the Debbies lined up, and she's just like, "I can't stand that little Faye Oakley. She thinks she's so great, but she's not, and I'm going to prove it once and for all. What's this about the choir coming down with something?" And I'll point to all the girls. "I want everyone to know that's her fault. I want everyone to know that she's got pneumonia or AIDS or something like that. We'll spread that."
That's brilliant. Those are basically the same thing. Anyway.
Thank you. Feel free to bask in the glow of my regal intellect. Either way, I want
basking.
Good. Either way, I want her reputation in the mud with the rest of her family before sundown. And I'm going to roll cold, like spread rumors about her. I guess that would be shut down.
Okay, yeah. Roll,
Okay.
you get a +1 because you're...
Damn it!
Yeah! Ooh, the first
even
fail.
with a +1, yeah, the scene in the hallway was pretty obvious this morning. So as your clique goes around and starts saying these things, people just are kind of like, "All right, sure." As your clique spreads out and starts spreading the rumors, it seems that people aren't buying it.
Mm-hmm.
they see what's going on.
There's a scene of like people just sort of like waving them away, and you just cut to Lupina with a pencil, and she's just like a mechanical pencil, and she starts bending it with one hand.
Oh, nice. All right. So you guys continue to go to your classes, have your kind of normal.
I'd like to try and throw in Lupina's name for the before the game show, her and her friends as a band. How would I go about doing that?
Okay, so you, I guess, go to Principal Person's office, try to sign her up.
Well, you guys probably all went there too to sign yourselves up, but you also were gonna do that after you asked me if I could play guitar,
Yeah, we didn't actually ask you
which I
yet.
totally can.
So we'll say you guys like kind of rushed off to class, had your next period, and then we'll cut to another
Class.
between class, another hallway scene.
Mhm.
Actually, no, this is in your homeroom, as you guys kind of have some time and you're working on stuff and you're kind of whispering in your as you're kind of sitting there and everybody's
Or
silently
passing notes along, maybe, or something like that.
Yeah, passing notes and like whispering. So you're in classroom. Again, all of you have like the same classes, so you're in the class together again.
All right, I pass a note to Kira that just says, "Can you play guitar
Or bass.
or bass?" And like have it like I have that sketched like lower than the rest of the measures. Actually, Lily, do you want to have written or bass on there after I writ?
Yeah, I'll write it with like a little heart.
Yeah, so like the top half is "Can you play guitar?" in my handwriting, and the bottom half is "or bass" in Lily's handwriting.
I'll reply back, I can do both with a winky face and a heart, and the handwriting is like so ridiculously beautiful. You can't believe this is a guy's handwriting.
By the way, the question mark, the little dot, instead of a dot, that's the heart.
It's a heart.
Right.
And it's in pink. It's in pink ink.
All right, we get the note back from Akira, and I figure me, Lily, and Nana all just kind of like crowd around it, and we're all really impressed with the handwriting. And I write a reply message and send it back towards her or towards him, saying, "Want to join our band for the pregame?" I'm about to choke on something. that was out of character. Crap.
And then secretly, Lily's gonna write a note to Lupina, and it's gonna say, "Can you play an instrument?" Question mark. By the way, your friends can be background dancers. And then I'm gonna send that over to Lupina. See what happens.
And also, whenever Akira's reading my message, I am just lounging in my chair, very obviously, just kind of splayed over it like a cat, just kind of trying to look really relaxed and kind of sexy.
That's sexy. What is going on?
I'm reading it. I'm not looking.
just leaning on my chair, head propped up, just trying to look all
Trying to
seductive.
turn me on while I'm reading and not looking.
Yes, when you look back up, you see me shining in the window sunlight, and it's kind of shimmery. It's great.
Would you like to make a roll for that?
Hell yeah, I'm gonna roll hot to turn someone on. I'm gonna get a +1 because of the wild hunt.
Turn me on.
Give him a boner.
With my one
class.
With my one
Strong
forward to play
monster
this
girl
also.
body.
If you wanted to, you get to choose what you use.
Okay, so
But once you use it, it's spent. It's
Oh, okay. I'm gonna hold on to it then because I get a +1 to this for my Fey trait thing.
great.
Oh, gross!
Yeah. You're just trying to look cool, but are not pulling it off. They're just totally splayed out awkwardly on this little desk, and you just can't find a sexy way to lounge in a school desk.
I smile and shake my head a little, and I finish my note, and it says, yes, as long as all of you will come to my party tonight, I'll join your band. With more hearts.
Okay.
Or Nana just stands there and she holds up her triangle and dings it.
In the middle of class.
Real quick, make sure you guys mark experience when you
You
fail.
Mhm.
Yep.
Oh crap. Okay.
Yep, already did.
Ah.
Right.
When I get Lily's note, I take or like it gets into my hand. I like look at it. I look over at Lily, who's like waving at me. I look back at the note. I crumple it up and I throw it over my shoulder. As I just do as I'm going to like try and shut her down like that.
Okay.
Yikes.
Okay. This is fine. It'll become a scene in the hallway later.
God damn it! I cannot succeed on anything.
All right, so partial success on shutting down. So that means you can choose one of those. Choose one of those conditions or those effects, but also you will put a condition on.
So I get to put a
Lily.
condition on her?
Yeah.
I'll put the condition on Lily of like heartbroken.
I'll
Okay.
put a condition. Rude.
Okay.
Okay. And I actually just I'm making a real quick. I'm making a shared file that we can write our conditions in, so that you can see other people's, so that you can remember to
Okay.
use them. I feel like otherwise we're just gonna forget them. Okay. All right. So yeah, you kind of shut her down, but you just guys have like a little kind of stare down in class. Do you want to say anything, Lily, when she does that?
No.
Just kind of stare her down.
I'll pick up the paper when it's possible. Like when the teacher's not looking or something.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. All right. So you guys eventually
Oh, yeah.
finish.
There's Kira's note back about asking if we want to go to the party, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so I open that up and gonna show it to Lily and Nana, and I ask like, Nana, Lily, you guys want to do that? I know you guys have tutoring after the game, but it's probably really fun.
I can certainly try.
I definitely want to go.
All right, I think you're in. You'll have a great time, and I'm sure. And I write a note back saying yes.
I'll keep the note and while she's looking at me with the note. I'll kiss the note and put it away.
Damn. Oh damn.
Wow.
Should I roll to keep my cool, Jesus?
If you want to.
Sure. Go ahead. Fail. Yeah.
I should have not said anything.
You're just butter in front of Akira there. Well, you got experience out of it, so. All right, so the class ends. Kind of keep moving around your day. At one point throughout the day, when you guys are moving between classes, Faye, you are approached by a man who, or a student who you know is Humphrey Jr. He is the son to Old Man Humphrey, who is your neighbor, and not on great terms with him. He's a kind of a grumpy old man. Doesn't take kindly to the weirdos, weird forced things. And Humphrey Jr. walks up, and he is like a giant of a boy, and not the sharpest tool in the shed. He kind of walks up to you. He says, hey there, Faye. Are you going to this party tonight?
Yeah, sounds like I am. Me and Nana and Lou are gonna all go after the game.
Oh, well. Wondering if you wanted to go with me, maybe.
Oh.
I mean, you can come with our group if you want.
Alright, maybe. And then he runs off.
Everything right, Humphrey? Hey, okay.
Nana, you're approached by a kind of squat girl who you know is Latanda, Latanda Bell, and she is kind of friendly with everybody, but not really close friends with everyone. She doesn't really have much to offer as far as social advancement in the food chain of your world. But she comes up to you, Nana, and she says, "Hey there, Nana. How's it going? How you doing today?
Adequate.
Are you excited for the big game?"
Not particularly.
Okay, right. Well, you know, I heard Akira's having a party tonight.
That's what he told me.
Yeah. I just heard. Yeah, I haven't been
That's
invited
surprising.
yet. Do you know where it is? Do you know where he lives?
Nana just looks at her and goes, I think I do.
And I just really love to go to the party if you.
And then I'll look at her and I'll just go, if Akira wanted you to go to his party, he would invite you.
You can roll to shut her down.
Yikes. Pretty sure I just want everybody to go to the party and just making it seem like a secret. It's not really a secret.
All right, partial success. So, so let's see. Yeah, you can gain a string on her. You can give her a condition, or you can take a forward.
I'll take one forward.
All right. Give you a forward, and she's gonna give you the condition of let's see. Of selfish, and she because she goes, you know, I'm sure you're gonna have a great time tonight, but you know, just if you change your mind, let me know. Have a great time at the game. She just scuttles off.
Goodbye.
All right.
I'll be right back. I'm going to go refresh my drink.
Important part of this game.
I need more drink.
True.
Okay.
I'll eventually do that for my own drink.
Yeah, about halfway down through mine right now.
I just finished mine.
Hot damn.
Get her done.
Yeehaw!
I love drinking all day. Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah, there's like sex in this game, huh?
Yes.
There can be.
I'll be at the party. Date rape. Let's go.
Is that how you get pneumonia?
It's like pneumonia, yeah.
They get mono.
And AIDS. All at the same time.
Basically the same thing.
It's basically the same thing.
my pneumonia test came back positive.
I'm ammonia positive.
I just put this on Nana, but I did make that conditions folder, so if you don't mind just adding whatever conditions you have. So that
I
other,
did for me.
Yeah, I see. So that other people can access those and use them against you. All right, so Latanda and Humphrey Jr. and their failed
Bye, Felicia.
attempts there.
Bye, Felicia.
The next class you all have together. Actually, at this point, you guys go to lunch. You guys file into the big cafeteria where everybody's chatting. It's a big social hour when everyone's together talking.
I made my own lunch.
Oh, okay, nice.
It's rice and
Beans. And steak.
and like these like little hot dogs that are shaped as octopuses.
Oh, that's perfect, you fucking weeb. I love it.
Lupina's like sitting at her own table with the debutantes, and like her butler comes in with it like a gourmet lunch that's been made for her and just starts serving it to her. Thank you, Withers.
Of course, Miss Kavanaugh, enjoy your lunch.
I'm sitting at a table and there's a bunch of girls just offering me all their lunches.
Oh, please, Akira, eat my lunch. Oh my god, at least just take a bite of my apple.
Oh, yeah, yes, of course, dearest.
Francesca, have you ever seen anything so disgusting in your life?
My lunches consisted of various red-colored things. And tomato juice.
Lupina's has like a
Lupi.
lot of meat, like just an unusual amount of meat.
I've got a sack of fresh grown pears from my orchard that I share with Lily and Nana, and I make sure to sit by a window with plenty of sunlight.
I have a bento box. Perfectly little packed, everything in its place.
It's perfect.
Nana-kun, why don't you come over here and sit with us?
I'm quite comfortable here.
Oh, that's okay. We can go over there. And I'll snap at the Debbies and pick it. Have we'll all get up. We'll all move over there, and then Withers alone by himself has to clean up everything, put it on the cart, and then push it over. Withers, by the way, is like 80 years old as he's doing it.
He's withering away.
As they sit down, I just sigh real heavy. You.
Did somebody open a window? It sounded like there was some sort of breeze. I thought I smelled manure on the air.
Oh.
No, it's just the dirt on your upper lip.
Oh my god, I fucking love you too. You're like the best.
Well, little bumpkins would know something about dirt, wouldn't they? And I'll just have like all the Debbies go, oh! I'm gonna try and shut her down. Let's see. That's
Bring it.
group. Or
Well, shut
like,
down this
that's
guy.
conditions. That's two. And submit.
So you get a +2.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
All right.
And I'm gonna impose the condition: shut the fuck down.
As the whole surrounding tables around you, when they hear that, are all like,
So what does that do?
so conditions, you can use them on roll. So like Josh just used bumpkin condition, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
To make that roll. Yeah. So he just got a +1 on that roll because he was making fun of her.
Now, does the
Stupid thing.
condition stay?
It stays until you do something to get rid of it.
Okay.
Well, what is shut the fuck down? Is that a thing? What does that mean?
Just super embarrassed. I should say. There we go.
It,
Oh,
means,
okay.
it means whatever Lupina wanted him in.
Okay.
It can
Nana's
really
gonna-
mean anything you guys want it to mean. It's not just the person who
Yeah.
put the condition on you.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, you
anybody
kinda-
can target me for flat-chested or snob or rude.
Yeah.
Nana's
Okay,
gonna
okay.
sit there and she's gonna finish up her lunch first, and then she's gonna close the box up and just stand up and walk away without saying a word, and go over to the principal's office.
Oh. Shut down.
All right.
Oh damn.
So Nana heads up to his office, and as you arrive, you go in, and there's a secretary out front of his office, in the administration office, who says, "Oh, he would like to speak to Principal Halverson."
Yes, he was looking for entertainment for the game.
Oh, certainly. And she just buzzes, Mr. Halverson, there is a young lady here to see you.
Not that kind of entertainment.
And you hear his voice come back over the intercom and say, all right, send him in. She ushers you into the room, and you come in, and you're in the office. There's a big window behind him, light shining, and Mr. Halverson's just sitting. Principal Halverson's just sitting at the desk with his kind of hands clasped together in front of him. Says, "Well, what is it?"
Yes, you said something about wanting entertainment for the game earlier. Lupina and her 3 friends, they're trying to make some kind of band, and I believe they're very much interested in taking that role.
That's Miss Kavanagh you're speaking of.
Yes,
Why don't you roll to keep your cool?
that's a cold check.
It's yes, cold.
And I'm gonna use that 1 forward on this, so I just use a modifier and get rid of it.
Yeah, so you just get a +1 to this roll.
So let's throw that out there. Ooh, my ace of spades.
Ooh,
Nice.
that's a good sign. Success. 10 is just what you need. All right, so in this moment, you are kind of. He continues and says, "Okay, Miss Kavanagh, I can put her name down on the list. You said her group. Do you have their names as well?"
The Debbies?
Oh, yes, I know of the Debbies. Well, they already have a band name then, I suppose.
Yes, and I really think that Lily wanted to sing with them. She wants to be famous.
Okay, well, I'll. That sounds like a good entertainment. I can make it happen. Thank you for bringing that to me.
She just thanks him. And she'll walk out of the room.
All right.
Just cut back to the cafeteria. Faye and Lupina are just sitting there, cross-armed, staring at each other.
So yeah, I very much took notice whenever Nana left, and I turn back to Lupina and I say, "Listen, Lupina, I don't care what you say about me. I don't care what you think about me. But if you hurt Nana's feelings, we're gonna have a real problem here."
Oh? What sort of problem?
The kind of problem that you're not gonna have a fun time dealing with. And I kind of flex my muscles a little bit on the table. It's still my arms crossed. I'm just kind of tensing them up a bit.
Roll to turn around.
Wait, I don't like all this violence. Stop it.
Would that be turn on, or what would that be?
You're like trying to intimidate her, basically, right?
Yeah. Or would that
Um,
be volatile? What would that be?
What is volatile?
I feel like volatile is like lashing out. and stuff
Mhm.
like that. Like being physically aggressive. I can see it being cold or volatile.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
dark is
roll-
only for looking into the abyss, right?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, I think some skins have some dark specific things, maybe, but besides that, yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so volatile, you think?
Yeah, roll with volatile. I'm gonna say that's your trying to harm her pride here. All right. So you take one harm, Lupina, as you're like a little shaken by the display of raw muscles, rippling muscles in front of you. But you choose one of those. That is for what your name, Faye.
Yeah.
Am
I'll
I
say-
choosing out of lash out physically or what?
Yeah, I'm using it as lash out physically. So
Okay.
So Faye, I'm gonna say you can either choose to get to let Lupina learn something about your true nature and gain a string on you, or you become your darkest self.
I'm gonna do the true nature thing. I'm gonna hold the darkest self thing for something more dramatic.
Yep. All right. So yeah, you get a. What does she learn about you?
Ooh, okay, so true nature, is that specifically for the supernatural aspect, or
I'll leave that up to you.
she learns that Faye is more insecure than what she lets on.
Okay.
So you gain a string on Lupina. You gain a string on Faye, and you take
Okay.
one harm, Pina.
Okay, got it.
All right.
So,
Listen.
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Go. No, you go first. You first.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna fix my hair. Listen, I think maybe we all got off on the wrong foot here. Maybe we can all help each other. I want to help Nana by making her, fabulous and a star like me. And you're all her friends, right? You care so much about her. Don't you want her to have nice things?
I do.
Don't you want her to be the most popular thing in the school?
If she wants to be.
Well then, maybe we can all help each other. Why don't you help me get Nana in my circles? I'd really appreciate it.
I think Nana's pretty happy in our circle right now. But it's up to Nana, not you.
Well, and I'll lean across the table and I'll just stare into Faye's eyes, and I'll say, maybe if I get something I want, I can do something nice for you. Maybe I can talk to Daddy. And I'm gonna pull a string on Faye. I'm going to tempt her to help me get Nana on my side.
Ta-da!
Okay.
Ta-da.
Okay, so he
So
just
you.
played a string. What does that do?
So
I get to tempt you to do what I want. If you do what I want, you get experience.
you gain experience if you do what he asked you to.
Is there a roll?
Alright.
No, it's not a roll. It's
No.
just he spends a string to
If
offer
they
that
turn it
experience.
down, I think you give them a condition or one of the other ones.
Uh-huh.
Gotcha.
No,
okay.
it's you choose one, so he chooses to tempt them to do what you want. Yeah.
But you get experience.
Alright, so whenever she mentions her dad, I definitely go quiet for a minute, because, yeah. I go quiet for a minute, and I just kind of lean back in, and I go, okay, I'll listen. I'll listen as long as you help me with what your dad's been asking about and doing with my family's property. But ultimately, it's up to Nana and no one else. But if she wants to be a part of this, I'll help you guys.
Oh, Faye-chan. And I'll reach across the table. I'll take her hand. I knew you'd see it my way. I'm gonna turn her on, or attempt to.
All right.
Right. Fuck.
Ooh, shit.
Success.
Oh no.
All right.
I'll just very gently pat her hand.
Oh, I blush and I hate every second of it.
Good girl.
Wait,
So Lupina, you gain a string on Faye.
Okay.
And Faye, you choose one of those conditions or the effects from turning someone on.
Let's see here. I get embarrassed and act awkward. I blush, turn just bright red, and I turn away and look out the window for a minute, trying to compose myself. Stupid look, I can't believe the bitch. Why is she so goddamn pretty? Goddamn it.
wait,
Studying
Lupina,
it. Yes.
you never answered my question.
And then I'm gonna take out that piece of paper that's all crumpled up, and I'm gonna just show it to her.
I love that Lily didn't take that as rejection, just, oh, she didn't answer.
Do you play an instrument?
I can play an instrument. Francesca here is very good at playing instruments. Isn't that right, Francesca?
Of course, yes. I'm sorry. These people are just so gross. What are you doing here, Lupina?
Lupina,
You're gross. I just
Francesca.
muttered that from the window. I just muttered, you're gross.
Francesca, what are you doing? We talked about this.
Lupina, will you join our band? We're gonna try to play for the before the football game, or whatever it is. The game.
The sport. It's the sports ball game, honey.
Right.
And I'll pat her head.
Yeah,
You know,
whatever
sports
that
ball.
is.
It's everyone's favorite sport. It's the
What is
sport
it
with
again?
balls.
Is it soccer? Is it football?
It's
It's
sports
sports
ball.
ball.
It's a sport with balls.
It's hockey, right?
Sure. Sports
Point is,
Dude, it's fucking Quidditch.
I play the piano. I don't think that can really go in a band. Although, if you want my help, I can help.
What if we do like a keyboard thing? Can you do that?
Maybe. But what's in it for me? I'll lean back.
If you do it, I'll show you my boobs.
Can I turn her on?
Sure.
I'm just staring at Lily like, what the fuck are you doing?
I don't know what that means. What does that mean?
Partial success. Look on the sheet. It's either she gives you a string or chooses one of the reactions.
Let's see. Okay. So what you want me to do is play in the band, right?
Yeah, I want you to join the band.
Okay.
We're done.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. I'll smile. And I start to blush. Okay, fine. Yeah, sure. I'll be in your little band. Get me a keyboard, of course. And not something pedestrian.
Your friends can be dancers if they want.
I look at the Debbies.
They're just, they're just like shaking their heads, like ooh. They seem a little uncertain of why you're hanging around this table. They like
They're disobeying me.
I suppose we could dance.
All right. I promise to be in your little band.
As I finally get away from all the girls trying to offer me lunch as I'm done eating lunch, I walk up to their table.
Yeah, Susan, would you like to play with us at some point?
I'm getting there, girls, so, I hear we're all going to play in the band tonight during the game. You're going to be there, Lupina?
But of course I can.
Yes,
Lovely.
she'll be here.
Wait, so we're all playing in the band together?
Sounds like it.
Wonderful, ladies. Oh, we're going to be the best, I can assure you that now.
At this moment, the loudspeaker crackles, and you hear the droning voice of Principal Halverson say, "Well, students, I have good news. The Debbies have agreed to perform before the show tonight, before the big game, the big sports ball game. So,
News
I'll
travels fast.
see you all there."
Oh, that's a shame. Sounds like your little underlings are gonna be the band tonight instead of us. We're not gonna get to play together. What a shame. What a shame,
No,
Lupina.
we're all going to play together.
But no, he said the Debbies. It sounds like your little friends all made their
He
own
just
band.
forgot about us.
I'm sure they think we're just part of all the same clique. That's what it is.
Yeah, you're probably right, Akira.
Oh, Akira-kun, you're so smart.
Of course, and I'll like flip my bangs.
Oh,
I'll,
he's so handsome.
I'll actually stand on top of the table and announce to everybody at lunch. All right, everyone, we will be your wonderful band for tonight's sports ball game. And whoever wants, there is a big party at my house tonight afterwards, and you are all invited.
Ah, everybody cheers. In the back of the crowd, you see
Golf clap.
you see Grunson in the back, just with his arms crossed, kind of glaring at you. And at that moment, Latanda Bell kind of walks in and says, "Oh, just made it here from study hall. Hope I didn't miss anything important. Ready for lunch." And then she comes and joins.
Everyone's already excited. The announcement's over. I'm sure everybody's chattering about it now.
At this point, there is on the other side of the cafeteria, there is a bit of a commotion that breaks out. And you guys look over and you see that once again, Pat is bullying Fred and is this time trying to stuff him into a trash can. And he goes, "I couldn't stuff you into something this morning, but I'm going to stuff you into something right now." And he starts stuffing him in the trash can, and Fred's like, no, please.
Oh, I am going right up to Pat because I have some aggression pent up from my interaction with Lupina. I go right up to Pat and I'm gonna fucking suplex his ass.
Oh shit!
All right.
That's a lash out physically.
Yeah, why don't you roll to lash out physically against Pat?
Violence
I'm
is bad.
I'm gonna use. I'm sorry, Lily. I have to. I'm gonna burn my 1 forward on this because.
All right. So you get a +1.
Let me do a thing.
Success. So, yeah, you run up and you suplex him. Then he just drops Fred. Fred falls into the trash can. And Pat just like rolls over on his side. Oh! Gasp for air.
Hey, maybe you just turned Pat on.
Maybe I step on him.
And
Yeah.
Now
Spit
you're
on
turning
his
Pat
face.
on.
I step on him.
his eyes are kind of watering up.
Lupina approves of this.
I step on him and I tell him, "Did you forget what happened this morning, Pat?"
Ooh.
You're back. Why? Just let me be.
Lily's gonna run up to Faye and try to like push Faye off.
Faye, stop it! You're being too violent.
Yeah, you're right, Lily.
If we
I'm
get
sorry.
in trouble, we won't be able to play in the band.
Okay, and I get off Pat and I just turn to Lily. I'm sorry I had to see that. Like touch her face.
Oh God, what's going on?
You trying to turn her on?
I honestly don't know how to respond to that. I don't know what to think.
You know,
Lily just kind of stands there still.
I'm not trying to turn her on, but if she is, okay.
I like
Is there a passive turn on score?
passive turn on.
No passive.
Just do it.
To some extent, like when you're rolling turn someone on, what you're doing is you're defining what they find attractive. It may not even be something you're doing consciously. I'm just throwing that out there.
Mhm.
Roll it.
Roll it.
Hell yeah.
Roll it.
Yeah, that is something that they say in the game is teenagers don't get to choose what they're turned on by.
Oh, fail. Not.
All right, so you get another experience, Faye.
Man, I suck at things.
Fuck, I want experience.
I rushed up to the situation. I was helping Fred, like,
I need
out,
daydream more.
or however. And I'm like, Fred, are you alright? I'm like trying to also turn on Fred.
Okay, all right. Roll to turn on Fred. He's just
Trying to see
wheezing
if,
on the ground. Or no, Fred's in the trash can. He's just like pulling a banana peel off his head.
I'm like helping him out and everything. I'm very concerned about him. Where's my thing?
So roll hot.
Fail.
So,
Experience.
so yeah, you pull him up and it's like, thanks, buddy. I appreciate you inviting everyone to your party tonight, but I don't think I'm gonna come. I usually just like to stay at home, study.
Are
So,
you sure, Fred? I would be more than happy if you showed up. It'd be a great
Yeah.
time.
oh, yeah.
Well,
I'm good.
don't
Thank you, though.
don't feel too pressured. All right, it's okay. If you want to come, all right. If you don't want to come, just stay safe, Fred. All right. If you need anything,
Always
call me.
safe. That's me. All right. Bye. Fred scurries off. All right. So lunch comes to a close. Unless anyone else had anything I wanted to do.
Like as everybody's sort of filing out, I'll just sort of like grab Lily by the shoulder, like the arm, and I'll sort of pull her to the side for a second. You know, Lily, the offer I gave to Fei-chan, I'll give to you too. If you help me out, I can help you out.
I forgot the offer. What was it again?
Simple, help me get Nana on my side. If you do that, well, Daddy has a lot of connections in town. I bet he can get you a gig somewhere. I'm going to burn one of my strings on Lily to tempt her to do something I want. Help me get Nana on my side. And if she does so, she can gain a experience.
That sounds reasonable.
Good. And I'll reach up and I'll pinch her cheek. And I'll, as I'm doing that, I'll drag my hand down to her collar and I'll grab it. I'll pull her in close. Be a good little girl. And there's all sorts of nice things that can happen. I'm going to try and turn her on.
Roll for it. Roll hot.
Boom.
Damn.
Success. So you gain a string, and they choose reactions. Give yourself to her. That doesn't necessarily mean sexually. Promise something that you think she wants, or get embarrassed and act awkward.
Yeah, I promise I'll help you. I'll talk to Nana.
Good girl. I'll give her one of those little condescending, like, slow slaps on the cheek and send her on her way.
God, I love it when someone grabs my neck.
I doing this right?
Oh, jeez.
Beautiful.
All right. So you guys go off to your next classes. Uh, Lily, as you're filing out to your next class, Latanda Bell comes walking up to you, says, "Oh, hey, Lily, how's it going? I saw you talking to Akira earlier. You going to his party?"
Yeah. Are you going?
Well, I actually wasn't invited. Yet.
Everyone's invited.
Oh, yeah? Is
Yeah.
that true?
Yeah, come on. Come join us.
Oh, okay. You sure?
Pretty sure. I think. Maybe? Why not?
Do you know where it is?
Nope.
It's at her place. His place. Gender.
Okay, well, this was very helpful, but bye. And
Okay,
she's-
bye.
She's off.
I
Well,
invited
that should be
everybody.
rolling to shut someone down. That should totally be rolling to shut someone down.
Yeah, roll to shut it down
Okay, I'm obliviously shutting her down.
by obliviousness.
Yes, I failed.
Yeah, she doesn't feel too shut down. She's more just like, all right. She doesn't know. She doesn't know where this party is.
Yeah, nobody fucking knows her house. I invited everybody.
The only people who are gonna show up is us.
That's what makes the
And
party
a couple
so awesome.
people.
That's
who
what
actually
it's the
do.
party.
People know, I'm sure.
Somebody knows. Somebody.
The party is just finding your house. Come on.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of late people for sure.
It's okay. Expecting it.
It's on Facebook. You just gotta find it. Find the post.
The post on Facebook.
All right. So,
The address
I
is
do
on
want to stop
Snapchat, but the
Akira
snap is only
before
3 seconds.
class too.
what was that?
I was gonna stop Akira real quick before class
Okay.
and just be like, Akira,
Yes, Nana.
I'm very much looking forward to your party this evening, but I believe I'm gonna have to show up maybe a few minutes late. I'm gonna have to miss the game. I have something I must attend to.
You'll miss the game, but why?
I need to do something at home, and then I might try and join in later.
Well, whatever it is you need to do. If you show up late, as long as you show up, I'm sure it will be fine. And
Okay.
I brush her hair behind her ear.
Dang, turn her on.
Turn her on.
Turn it on!
I'm gonna
How does
try
this game
and-
work? I don't know.
I want to try and roll to keep my cool.
Okay. You roll to keep it cool. You get a partial success.
Cool as
So
kept.
that means, Nana, you can either give her a string or choose one of the options.
Take the forward.
Uh,
Oh wait,
no, it's for turning.
no,
turning
sorry.
turn it down.
Yeah.
You can give yourself to her. You can promise her something. You can get embarrassed, or you can give her a string, or him a string.
Whatever. Gender.
I
Both.
promise. I'll promise something I think you want that I'll show up to the party.
All right. Well, good. I'll see you there, Nana.
Okay.
And you do keep her cool, and so you can take a. As you do hold your shit together pretty well, Nana. All right. So as you guys are going into class, you get another principal announcement, as Principal Halverson says, if Akira could please come to the principal's office. Akira, I need to speak with you. Please come to the principal's office immediately.
Okay. Well, I'll be back, everyone. I brush my hair and wink at everyone in class as I leave. Imagine all the
Okay, you
girls
just-
like, ah!
Yeah, you just hear a collective like, oh, from all of the girls in the class.
A collective
Guys, want
squeak.
to do it all on three?
Yes.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
So you
Beautiful.
next scene, you're sitting in Principal Halverson's office, and he's just sitting there, tapping his fingers in front of his face, his arms, elbows up on his desk.
You want to talk to
He
me?
says, "Well, Mr. Akira, it is. I've heard that you're having a bit of a party. Is this true?"
Indeed, just at my house. For
Well-
all the whoever wants to show up from school after the big game.
I think you know wild. Don't indulge in or encourage a body.
Oh, no, of course not. We won't be doing anything like that, Mr. Principal. I assure you. It'll be just fun games. Nothing dangerous. Oh, you know me, Principal. I would never do something like that.
Well, I suppose I will not have you speaking of this part at my school. Understood?
Oh, yes. My apologies.
No talking of parties at my school. Or your face detention.
Oh, no, I'd never want that. No, of course not. Yes. I apologize. Yes, it'll never happen again, I'm sure. It's a one-time thing, if anything, but... try and keep my cool, too.
Alright. You can roll to keep it cool.
Oh, that's not that one. That's cold. The wrong one. That one. Okay, is that it? Oh, yikes. Not
Says-
keeping my cool.
I can see you're a bit nervous.
Yes, unfortunately, it's my first time having such a big thing with so many other students. I'm afraid of, the social standings and whatnot, and just embarrassed. I might, embarrass myself in front of
Well,
all the other students.
I don't really care about any of it. I just wanted to let you know that I have my eye on you, Akira, and the mischief you're causing. I want you to be more conscious of yourself. And if I can't talk you out of canceling this party tonight, then at least stop talking about it at my school.
Yes, yeah, I'm gonna, for sure. Yeah, not another word from me about the party.
Yeah, bro.
I promise.
All right, and you carry on. Make sure you mark experience
Yeah, I did.
failed.
Yikes.
So your guys' next class is PE.
Oh, great.
You guys are playing dodgeball today.
Oh, my
Just walk
favorite.
in.
How are the teams split up?
The teacher says, "All right, everyone, playing dodgeball today. Pick your teams. Just make them even. I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette." And the PE teacher walks outside and leaves you all in the gymnasium.
Yeah, that sounds like my PE teacher. That's about right.
Alright, I immediately go to Nana.
I immediately give it to Akira.
I immediately go to Nana.
I immediately invite all 5 of us to be on a team together.
Yeah, that'll be afterward. Okay, Eric. Hit us up. What comes first?
But I.
So what are the teams?
Well,
There are a few. There are a few other people in the class.
Let's say Pat. Pat is on the other team. Yeah. And,
Can I start a scene with Nana?
And
before-
Grunson. Grunson's on the other team. Pat, Grunson. Not Fred. Poor Fred.
The Debbies.
Tabitha.
Yeah, the Debbie's
Just
are on the
Tabitha.
other team. Yeah, just Tabitha's on the other team, but the 5 of us
Fuck
are
Tabitha.
on one team together.
Ooh shit.
And
Oh, no, hang on,
Jr. can be
Francesca.
One of the team.
She's
Francesca.
exiled.
Okay. So Francesca's like, what?
Don't ever,
Lupina.
don't ever question me again. Not in front of the others.
And Tabitha and Brittany both just like look all haughty and mighty. And Francesca looks mortified as she goes and stands inside.
Little bitch.
You wanted a scene, Lily?
You know what? Never mind. Don't worry about it.
So Pat is still looking a little. He's kind of like stretching it off from hit earlier. Yeah. So you guys line up. You guys are all on the same team. You said.
Yeah, we're all on the same team,
Yeah.
and Pat, Grunson, only one of the Debbies are on the other team.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I'm maybe gonna throw Hubert Jr. on there too,
Yeah.
or was it Humber Jr.?
Humphrey.
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 Humphrey Jr.
Humphrey. God, neither. Okay,
Debbie.
Humphrey.
Jr.
Okay, Humphrey.
All right, sounds good. So as you guys begin, the teacher comes back in, coughing a little bit, and he says, "All right, go ahead." And everyone starts running and grabbing balls and throwing at each other. Why doesn't everybody make me? Well, I guess we'll go in order. Akira, you roll a lash out physically. Wait, that's a
Vol-
roll
Volatile.
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 roll volatile.
Who
Who are you aiming at?
I'm gonna aim at Grunson.
Aiming at grunts.
And
All right, as he's like grabbing a ball and he's looking right back at you, and he's got his sights set on you as well.
And since I technically have a string on everyone, I'm gonna use my
No.
string. I can't. No.
On Grunson? No,
No. Okay, not on Grunson.
you
Dang
gotta
it.
earn that
Dang it.
because it says, yeah. It's. I don't think.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
think
He doesn't think I'm beautiful.
gain a string on. All right, sure. Fuck it. You have a string on. I'll allow it. So you can use that string
Yikes.
to add a +1.
It's
All right,
not
so
a
you get an
fail.
8, which is still a partial success. So, and you've used your string on Grunson. Okay, so as you do, you throw it and you hit Grunson in the side of the head, but he at the same time throws one and it smacks you back.
Oh.
So you can choose either give Grunson a string on you or become your darkest self.
Yeah, he can get a string on me. It's fine.
All right.
Otherwise.
Otherwise, dodgeball's getting crazy.
There's gonna be a lot of blood. Or lack thereof.
All right. So that was your turn. And all right, so that was and you used your string.
Mhm.
All right, so next is Lupina.
Okay.
Are you aiming for someone specific, or you're just throwing?
I'm going to try and target everybody except Francesca, so any given person.
Okay.
Okay. Can I have like the Debbies actually throw the balls for me? I just stand back and sort of direct it.
Yeah.
Cool.
So wait, I'm sorry. Say that again. I was a little
Can I have the Brittany and Tabitha throw dodgeballs for me, and I just stand back and direct it.
Yes. You're like the general. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Roll volatile.
We suddenly cut to like Lupina in like a Japanese military officer uniform. I've got like a riding crop. I'm like directing their salvo.
All right. So yeah, they're hitting, but they're like some also blocking balls that are coming towards you. But one of them does squeak through and just kind of nicks you on the side. So for the purpose of this, I'm just gonna say you take that.
One harm, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you do like to get some hits and. Actually, I'll say you can either, give a string out to somebody on the other team, become your darkest self, or take one.
I'll take the harm as like the stress of the day. It's just slowly wearing on Lupina because now I've got 2 harm. Once I hit 4, I think I can trigger my darkest self there. Cool.
Yeah,
so I'm getting I'm getting closer and closer to just snapping.
Great.
Oh shit.
All right. So awesome. All right, Faye. Targeting someone specific.
All right, I haven't played dodgeball in a million years. Can you catch balls coming towards your team, or is that you can?
Yeah.
All right, can I just focus on protecting Nana and Lily?
Sure. Yeah. So you're not even throwing any. You're just checking.
I'll every once in a while before I like chuck them back over, I make like I'm gonna get pat real bad just to mess with them, but I don't.
Okay. All right. So yeah, just roll me a volatile for that.
Oh damn.
All right, yeah. So you succeed on saving them and helping them out. I'll say you can choose one of them to get a string on for helping them.
I've already got 2 on Nana, so I'll get 1 on Lily.
All right, so you gain a string on Lily. All right, Lily.
So I'm throwing a ball? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw the ball and try to miss on purpose. Fuck it.
All right. I won't make you roll for that then. You're just like throw it away.
Oh, you know what? Make me roll, and if I pass, I hit somebody or something like that. Can I still roll a volatile? Like, I'm purposely trying to miss, but if I hit, or maybe if I fail, I hit. I don't know. Whatever you want to do.
Go ahead. Roll. Yeah. Roll lash up.
Yeah.
Uh-oh,
I don't know what that means.
I think you hit somebody.
Or maybe
you
I
missed
missed
somebody, but you hit somebody else. Oh no.
Who knows? What do you think, Eric? Whatever you want to say.
So yeah, you hit it and it hits off the wall and it goes and it hits
Herself.
it hits Humphrey Jr. in the back of the head and it's kind of like, ooh.
I'm sorry. Didn't mean to do that.
And Nana, are you trying to hit anyone? Nana?
What was that?
You trying to hit someone with dodgeball?
Sure.
Who are you trying to hit?
Who are you trying to hit?
I don't think I'm gonna get it past the halfway line. I'm not a very physically active person, so we'll just try and see if it gets past the halfway line.
All right.
I'll go behind her and I'll try and help her with the shot. I'm grabbing.
Okay.
I'm grabbing like her hands. Oh yikes!
Oh yeah, no, it doesn't.
She just goes.
She's too nervous about me touching her.
And it goes about 5 feet and it drops. I did good,
right.
yeah.
You did just
you
fine,
did okay.
Nana.
Gain 1 experience. All right, so you guys kind of finish up your dodgeball match. Everyone's all hot and sweaty. And that was your last period of the day.
I'm like as we're all like hot and sweaty, I'm panting. I just sort of like make a noise and to try and get Akira's attention as I'm just sort of like brushing my hair back trying to make it look sexy.
All right, so you guys, are you trying to roll for that?
Yeah, hang on.
Just
Yeah,
go ahead and roll if you're,
Just
if
roll
you're
it.
trying to.
yeah, that's what.
Just tell me what you're rolling.
Partial 6.
So I was turn someone on.
Yeah,
To
sorry.
me.
All right, so you can either give her a string or actions there.
I'm coming up to her. I don't know about giving myself. I don't know. I'm coming up to her and like, oh, Lupina, oh, you're winded. Are you all right? And I'm brushing her hair away from like behind her ear and looking at her with my dreamy eyes. Do you need any help? Here, I have some water.
No.
I have a water bottle.
Oh, thank you. You're so kind, Akira.
All right. So you guys
Can I
go
daydream
into.
again?
Yeah, do it.
What should I daydream about? I daydream about Nana becoming friends with Lupina.
Okay. Not coming.
Holy shit.
Success.
Thanks, Sam.
Why am I succeeding so much? Fuck this.
You're too good at what you do. You're just
Fuck.
too dumb.
I'm.
Yeah, you have a vision of Nana and Lupina hanging out at Akira's party, and yeah, you hear "Toxic" by Britney Spears playing in the background. That's happening.
I love it.
And yeah, all right. So you guys have anything you want to do before the big game? As the school bell rings and everybody's starting to file out of school. People, there's action in the hallways. We're getting out of there. People are everyone's talking about Akira's party and the big game.
I imagine that Faye has to head to the elementary school that's just down the road to pick up her little sisters and tell them, hey, you're coming along with me to do this show before the game.
Okay. You go and do that.
Cool. And would they be providing like a drum set, or would I have to go all the way back to the orchard to get my drum set?
You ask them and they can provide one.
Baller. Okay, be right back and get a drink.
That makes sense. I mean, they probably have a band at the school. I'm sure there's
Yeah.
percussion stuff there.
They can
Yeah, they
provide
even said the
instruments.
band was like sick. So
Yeah.
I have an
It was a
electric
choir,
guitar along
Oh,
with
right,
like
yeah.
speakers and everything. It was in my locker. You know how I fit in there, but it just
Yeah, Kira just pulls out of his locker. It's like full electric amp and
How does he do that?
it's a magical locker.
Wow.
It's a locker of holding.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
so you guys
like as Faye is like walking to the elementary school to pick up her sisters, Lupina's gonna ride by, like she's riding in the back of the we'll say it's like a Mercedes being driven by let's go with Brittany, but she's sitting in the back of it and she's just like, "Hey Faye-chan, where you going?"
None of your business, Lupina.
Oh, don't be that way. We're friends now, aren't we? I'd like to think we're friends.
We're better terms than before, but stay away from
Exactly. And you know what? Friends help friends out. Would you like a ride? I'll like pop the door open and I'll pat the seat next to me.
Okay. And I hop in there with her.
Okay. And we'll drive like what is it, like 10 minutes?
Yeah, it's not far at all.
Yeah. And it's just like a super fancy car. And Lupina's just riding with you. And yeah, I guess what was I doing here? I don't fucking know. I guess I'm just trying to like turn her on with my my wealth and my power. Is that a thing?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it can be.
Like Withers is somehow in this thing, and he's got like
Mhm.
apparently he's got like cocktails or something.
Wealth
Mhm.
and power turn on. Let's go.
Yeah.
Do it.
Let's see.
Oh,
Yes.
God damn it.
Fuck.
You're too hot, Josh. Damn it.
Too hot.
Stars are always the hottest thing.
All right, let's see here. Okay, I either gotta give myself, promise, or get embarrassed. I already embarrassed last time. Let's see, what can I promise? What can I promise? Let's see here. All right, Lupina. We're not enemies like we were before. I promise that we can be more cordial than we have been so far this year. I just want to know, can you really get your dad to stop looking at my family's land?
Oh, I have lots of ways of persuading Daddy to do things I want. So absolutely, I can.
Because if you can do that, I do promise that we can maybe be friends.
I'm not really interested in having, no offense, someone of your station as a friend. I'll just sort of like pat her hand. I want Nana. You get her from me, and I'll help you out.
I'm not going to give her up like she is a piece of property. She's my friend, and if she wants to be friends with you, then I will help her do that.
Of course.
And I promise to let my lack of enthusiasm towards you, I promise not to let that get in the way of me getting what I want with getting your dad away from my land, and you getting what you want with Nana widening her friend group if she wants.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and one other thing is we like pull up. I'll open the door for her. Don't ever flirt with Akira in front of me again, and I'll kick her out.
Damn.
All right, I just
Someone's blowing their nose in the background. What's going on over there?
I watch her drive off, and I say to myself, I'm going to fuck Akira.
All right. So, does anyone else want to do anything before the big game?
I definitely have something I want to do, but it's going to be right around that same time as the start of the big game.
Okay. So do you want to start that scene before we go to the big game?
Well, it's going to affect the scene at the big game.
Okay, so yeah, why don't you go ahead then? Unless someone else had something else they wanted to do.
Yeah.
Before that. You guys are just so in this. We have like a montage of everyone getting their supplies ready. Let me get rid of this fucking high school hallway music. Something a little more.
Lupina's just like swiping a credit card, and you see Withers just loading this giant keyboard into the back of the car. I'm just standing there, just watching him load it, struggling the entire time.
So everybody is starting to gather all their supplies, get all ready, get ready for the big show. As you guys are getting, Akira slams open his locker, pulls out the electric guitar, pulls out the entire amplifier, starts running towards the stage. Lily, what instrument? You just got your voice?
Yeah,
Lily.
I'm the lead singer.
Lily's preparing her vocal cords. Faye grabbing the drums, grabbing the drumsticks.
Channeling the demonic spirit of Britney Spears.
Oh,
He's got the
Nana,
voice down.
Nana, what are you doing?
I am preparing to cast a hex.
All right.
As she's preparing that, can I do a scene with her real quick?
Can I prepare the dodge action?
Yeah.
All right, so my dodge action will go off. Hey Nana, you're not gonna be actually playing in the band, are you?
I have something I must take care of, though I will be at Akira's party after.
I figured
This
as much.
music.
That's probably for the best. I know you're not a big fan of like crowd stuff, like the whole band thing. But could you watch the girls while we do that band thing, and I'll meet you back up at the party.
I'm going to be doing something. I'm not sure I will be able to pay much mind to them.
Well, I mean, you've watched them before. Like, they keep to themselves, you know that.
And I will also be going to meet you at that party too, so they would be alone after that.
I figured after the band, I could drop them off back at home during the game, because I'm not too interested in the game myself either.
I can certainly try.
Thank you, Nana. You're the best. Will that count as a promise or no?
Hoping it'll also get rid of my selfish condition.
Yeah. That gets rid of the selfish condition. And yeah, I mean that sounds like a promise to me.
Okay,
So, yeah, I'm totally gonna cast a hex on Lupina right at the start of the show.
Well, and
Okay.
before
I'm gonna
that,
cast the Wither hex.
Oh shit.
What were you gonna say, Faye?
So double checking the promise rules. Do I have to burn a string to make a promise thing happen?
Make a promise. Are you trying to like tempt someone? What do you mean make a promise? Is it in your character sheet specific?
Yeah, for Faye. I know like.
Okay, let me
promises are, like-
just
Yeah, no promises are
double
like
check what that.
Yeah, it's like
Kira.
a Fate mechanic, and I haven't
True
used them
hero
yet, so
of
I'm gonna try out
guitars.
using one.
The Fae contract.
Kiro is our hero, our guitar hero.
Is it okay? Someone breaks it. Okay, yeah.
Your mic's muted, by the way, Susan.
It's a promise. So yeah, basically she just has this promise that she made to you.
And if she breaks it, then
If she
if I pull a
breaks it, then things
string.
happen.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so I'll put one promise, and then if she breaks it, I can burn a string to make more things happen. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's how promises work. Okay.
Yeah, if she breaks it, then you get a string and you can do some crazy shit. Yeah. So when people make you promises, it's when they break their promises that shit hits the fan.
Gotcha. Okay.
Wait,
Yeah.
so where's Nana right now? I'm sorry.
They were just kind of chatting. Nana is going somewhere.
I'm going
different.
home to watch the children and cast a spell in my room.
Okay.
Mhm.
Got it.
Okay.
Well, and after she agrees with that, I give her a hug, like a real close hug.
And she kind of just like pats you on the back, like, thank you.
Okay, so you guys are now backstage. Akira, Pina, Faye, Lily, you're backstage, and the Debbies are also there. Are backstage getting ready for this performance. What are you doing specifically? Just kind of getting your instruments tuned?
Yeah, I'm just doing the like that thing.
Me,
Uh-huh.
Trying to
Exactly.
pump everybody up. All right, guys, we're gonna be great. You're doing a great job on the keyboard, Lupina. Lily, your voice is beautiful.
Thank you.
Mwah.
Oh, thank you.
For the first time today, Lily, your dark power, as you're doing your voice warm-ups, you hear the voice that's so familiar to you, that beautiful Britney Spears falsetto chimes in and says, Lily Cluckers, we made a deal. Now is your time to shine.
It's uncanny
Oh
how
my
similar
god.
it is.
Really? This is it?
This is it. Don't fuck it up.
Thanks, Brittany.
Wait, Brittany, what do you need from me?
Just crush it out there.
Okay,
Crush
that
it
sounds
good.
good. That sounds about right.
Cut to Nana in her or Nana in her house preparing this spell. How do you prepare to cast your spell, Nana?
I go to Tumblr and I look up the ingredients.
That's right. Right. And so you expend
The political pin.
the political pin in this as a sacrifice in this hex as you cast it. And you
I'm
cast.
gonna use my forward. Cause fuck it, why not?
Okay. Oh yeah,
So
so
I
you
make a
roll with
dark
dark.
roll.
Yeah, so you make a dark roll.
With
Oh man.
+1 modifier, partial success.
All right. Ooh, nice. So it does succeed. You're gonna choose one of those three.
I'm torn between the first two options.
Okay. It kind of
Now,
do you harm or
would
have
it be-
weird side
Would it
effects.
be weird for me or weird for her?
I'm gonna say weird for you, because
I
that would.
thought it would be weird for her.
I'm gonna say it's weird for you, because otherwise it's an easy choice.
I'll take the harm then.
Okay, so you take one harm. But
I
then
chose wither.
yes.
So you get to choose how that comes.
Okay.
So what does that do?
All right. So you, Lupina, the rest of you see Lupina. You feel fine as you're sitting there. You kind of feel like you're nervous a little bit, and maybe it's the nerves getting to you, but you feel a little bit nervous. The rest of you watching, her hair just starts falling out.
Wait, what?
Oh my god!
Oh shit.
As Lupina goes and scratches her head, you see a big clump of hair just fall out, and there's a big bald spot where it was.
Lupina, did you get a haircut?
What?
For a rock star haircut? Just for this? Now that's going
Dude,
pretty far.
as I pull out a clump of hair.
Yeah.
You go
Yeah,
pull it the
yeah,
side,
once-
so you get like a side shave looking.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you've noticed at this point once Akira says something.
Do I I just look at the hair and I just frantically touch my head. What? And I just scream at the top of my lungs. If I could do that right now, I would.
Britney Spears. It was her dark moment, though.
She's like your angel in front of you. Like, this is a sign, Lily.
Oh man.
Is she completely bald? Is that what's going on?
Yeah,
Yes, all
slowly,
their hair.
all of her hair.
Hey man, that was
Falls
that's one of the nicer options.
What? What is?
Lupina, I mean,
Do you
it's
have
not
AIDS?
that bad.
I'm watching this and I'm smiling enjoying it at first until I start to feel this horrible welling up feeling in my gut of pity and compassion, and I'm hating it because I don't like her. But oh, this is awful. I go into one of my bags and I pull out like a spare God, would it be a towel or a hat maybe? God, what I have?
A wig. Maybe there's a wig because you're backstage. Maybe there's wigs here.
I go just looking around in like the stage prop department and try and find a wig or a
Get
hat
it like
or
a
a
Lady
shawl.
Gaga
Yeah,
wig.
Maybe there's costumes, you
Yeah.
know, like
So you guys are like outside. You guys are like right behind, outside of the gymnasium, and you're like in a locker. So it's not actually at a stage. And right as you think, oh, can we go to the theater department? You hear, so the door just kind of creaks open, and you just hear a voice that says, "All right, you're on."
Oh shit.
Okay, let's see here. Shit, what am I wearing?
I just start crying.
Eric-
I'm just breaking down.
What am I wearing?
You tell me, man.
Shit, okay.
I'm gonna say nobody has any wigs on. That would be too easy.
Yeah.
But besides that, you tell me.
I'm wearing a hat.
Okay, I've got a hoodie on with a spaghetti screen crop top or something underneath it. I pull my hoodie off and I just jam it on top of Lupina and put the hood up and I go, "I'm not your friend, but I'm not gonna let you go out there."
Looking like that.
Yeah, and I pull the hood up on her and I pull the cords tight to where it gonna hide her head a bit. Just run with it, alright?
Wait, Lupina, I have something.
and I'm gonna walk with her towards the, like, a part of where we're secluded. I don't know, like anywhere where we'd be secluded. So just me and Lupina.
Polar
Okay, you
side.
gotta pull her off to the side.
The shower or something.
Yeah, sure. Like around the corner in the shower.
I show her my tits. Can I roll for hot?
That's help for healing, I think.
I will.
Healing? Yes. Yes.
I will allow that if you'd like. I would allow that to be a sex move.
Is that a sex move? I'm not trying to fuck her. I'm
Or
just trying to-
healing.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Maybe we can heal
healing.
her. Is that healing?
Yeah.
If she's done harm,
she
that's
have
her
harm?
I
choice.
think it might have been one harm or her all losing all of her hair. Oh,
I just told her that I was gonna show her my tits, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm just making that promise happen.
Okay.
Whatever you want to fucking call it, I'll do it. I don't know what you want.
No, it's your choice. It's your choice how you want to use that mechanically, or if it's just something you did.
I don't fucking care, man. I'll do hot.
So you're rolling to turn her on.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
It's
You
not
think-
the time right now.
You think I want this right now?
I thought, well, you wanted to see my tits, right?
No!
Oh, okay.
I want
Sorry.
my hair back. I just keep breaking down.
You can just tell everybody you have ammonia.
Or maybe AIDS. It's basically the same thing.
It's basically the same thing.
Or cancer,
All right.
you know,
if
whatever.
we learned anything tonight, apparently pneumonia and AIDS are the same thing. That's
And
what
mono.
we've learned
And
tonight.
mono.
And mono.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So the door creaks open again, and you hear, "Come on, they're waiting for you."
Alright, I go to Lupina and I slap her and I tell her to get a hold of yourself. After this, we'll get you a wig, we'll go to the party, we're gonna have a good goddamn night.
I'm not going out there. They can't see me like this.
You have a hood on us, don't worry.
I can't be seen in this rag. You may as well put a potato sack on me.
Think about it this way.
I look around for a potato sack.
Does he find a potato sack?
There's no potato sacks back here, I don't think.
No, they're not.
Think about it like this: you stay back here, and that means that on that stage it's just gonna be me, Lily, and Akira, and you won't be seen with them at all.
Oh
I know-
God! And
I know that's
I just,
not
like,
what you
break
want.
Wait!
Guys, I'm right here.
Lupina!
I'm gonna use one of my strings.
Okay.
I know that you really like my tits. Or you're jealous of them or something. Can you please go on the stage or I'll tell everybody?
That you stuff your bra.
Yeah, you stuffy bra.
So you're
Using a string to
to
blackmail? Is that a thing?
Like,
Uh,
yes.
you could be tempting her, so she'll get experience if she does what you want.
Okay. Sure.
So she'll gain experience if you do what she wants. And she won't tell everyone that you stuff your.
As if I need that.
Do we have any scissors
Fine.
between us, or any
Fine.
like buzzers?
No.
Fine. They came to see Lupina Kavanaugh, and I stand up and I like hold up my hands very daintily, and I just stick my nose up in the air, and she will not disappoint them, and I strut out, head held high.
Now that's the attitude.
Fucking drama queen.
So take an experience point.
I just lost my hair, jackass.
I'd cry.
He doesn't like
I'd
you, so-
cry if I lost my
Don't
hair.
worry.
It'd be
I
pretty
got
bad.
one more hex I'm gonna use to, and it's gonna be on Faye. So
Oh, shit!
Oh God! Don't give it
I
up.
thought we were friends.
I
All right.
know, but I gotta use them, man.
So you guys
I'm
get out.
excited.
You guys come out into the gymnasium. There's a little stage set up in the middle of the sports ball field, and
Waving to everybody. Everyone's cheering. Totally.
yeah, you're hearing Debbie's, Debbie's, Deb.
I like how we're called the Debbies, and none of the Debbies are in the band.
Well, they're like dancers in the background.
I thought they all refused.
Did they refuse? I don't know.
No, they came along.
okay.
They'll listen to me. Wait, how are they handling all this? How are they reacting to all this?
They're very disturbed by what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not Francesca, but
I hate when the common cold makes you lose all your hair.
Happens from time to time.
You ever sneeze so hard you go bald?
Tabitha does lean into you and say, Pina, this has been quite the day for us. Make this show good, please, for all of us, Debbie.
Are you suggesting
I
that
don't
anything I
think
do
so.
wouldn't be good?
I think if you put that hood down, it would be pretty devastating, yes.
And what's that supposed to mean? I grab her by the scruff of the neck.
Oh, nothing. Just looking out for all of us, you included.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, Tabitha, you're the only one in our little group. Hold on, you're the newbie here. Where do you get off even questioning me? You and your little dime store outfit, huh? Or maybe I should tell Mommy and Daddy how you're paying for all of these things. Do they know you're taking all that money from them?
Okay, never forget I said anything.
I'm gonna burn my string on her, and I'm going to let's see, what is it? Refugee. Hang on. Pulling string. Okay. I'm going to give them I'm going to impose, or I'm going to impose the condition on Tabitha of just utterly cowed.
Okay. All right. I go. I'm sorry. I won't question it again.
You're right. You are. I shove her away.
I'll just dance.
Good girl. I smack her, and I continue.
All right.
So did I take harm from the hex?
Not by like it doesn't say you
No.
do. I think you might if
Okay.
you know what I mean. Like I don't know.
Okay.
If you want to have taken a harm from it, you can.
I feel like I should take a harm
take
from
a
that.
harm. Then take a harm.
If I took like a harm from like Faye Flexi or Muscle, I feel like oozing my fucking hair onto me.
Yeah, take it.
Okay.
Don't worry,
all right.
I have something fun planned for Faye at the party.
Oh no.
All right, so you guys
Oh.
get up and you give your performance, and you guys are just rocking out up there. Really, yeah, just giving it your all. Lily, as the headliner, why don't you just roll me hot?
Oh, sure. Yeah, let me go ahead and do that.
As you hear in the back of your mind, this is your chance.
You know
Make
what?
Brittany proud.
Fuck it. I'm gonna use one of my powers then. I'm gonna give Brittany a string in order to get +2 on my roll.
All right.
And
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Let's see. Let's see. Give me one. So this will automatically be in the value. So 10.
Nice success. Yeah. So you just crush it up there, and everybody is going wild, and people are chanting. A huge success, and you see the principal nodding his head as you all as you guys just crush it and get a huge round of applause, and then take your bows and head off stage.
Wow, we did really good, guys.
Yeah, you're a really good singer, Lily. I can tell you've been practicing.
Yeah, I have been.
Yes, your voice is just so beautiful.
Yeah. You know what?
Well, with a star like me, we can't help but shine.
Where's your hair?
Kidding. I don't.
I go to fix
actually-
my hair and it's not there, and I just start tearing up again.
Lupina, good job keeping it together.
Yes, you ladies.
I just glare at her.
You ladies all did well out there. And now let's watch this game and we'll see you all at the party.
I love hockey.
All right.
Oh, Akira, I would love to stay and watch the game with you, but I gotta go back to the house and check on Nana and the girls, and get them all squared away for the night so we can be back at the party.
Oh, of course. Well, I'm not really gonna watch the game either, to be honest. I'll be heading home to make preparations.
I'll see you there. And I wink at her, and I make sure Lupina sees it.
I wink at her and also give like a wink and a smile to everybody else.
All right. So the sports ball game commences. Anybody? We're just gonna kind of cut to the party unless anybody wants to do anything. But
After Faye comes and picks up the little girls, the children. I tell her that I'll meet her over at Akira's when the party starts. I had something else to finish for my parents.
Thank you for watching them again. I really appreciate it. The band thing, it went fantastic. Also, Lupina lost all of her hair. I don't know how that happened, but it was fucking hilarious. You should have been there.
That sounds horrific.
I did feel bad for her, but just the look of shock on her face when it started was magical. I do feel kind of bad for her though, as absolutely awful as she is. Like, that's rough for her.
I can see that. I will see you at Akira's party, and I think it will be a truly special night.
I think it will be too. I'll see you there. Thank you again. You're truly, Nana, you're my best friend.
Might feel bad for this, but I won't.
Oh, I'm trying to think about that. Oh, I'm excited to see what this is. It's gonna be awful. I'm excited.
And that's what
Maybe-
we're gonna do. Is I'm
Maybe
gonna
fail.
get ready to cast another spell.
Okay.
My last one.
You want to cast it now?
Well, like when the party starts, I want it to, if it works, be during the party.
Okay. I'll say you kind of prepare what you, and you can cast it at the party. You can kind of like find a quiet spot when you want to cast it and just cast it then.
Okay.
But you look up on Tumblr and make sure you got everything in the very colorful page that you find this particular
Well,
spell.
I have a very special idea right here. I hope it works because it'll be fun.
All right. So, anything else someone wanted to do before?
I was thinking as I'm running home, I'm probably like losing my cool at keeping control of wanting to not fucking drink blood. So I'm looking for like maybe an animal or something to kill. Or anything
shit.
in some dark area because I am losing it. And I
Okay.
don't want to lose it at the party.
Let's see. Yeah, roll to keep your cool.
Let's see.
So roll with cold.
Mhm,
Nope.
No.
Yeah. You do. There's like a turkey walking down the road,
That's their turkey.
and you try and
Fucking turkeys.
sneak up on it.
I like run and
But-
snatch it and hide off somewhere.
But you
Try
like-
to.
You
Listen,
like.
man, it's not Thanksgiving. You gotta wait a little while.
This is a fall themed. So you go and you're sneaking up, but then you just can't contain yourself, and you lunge at it a little too quickly, and it just takes off running away and escapes from you. Gobble, 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 gobble.
Ugh, dang it.
Runs away.
Stupid bird. Ugh.
Make sure you mark experience for that.
Just,
Yeah, I
just think about it. If you would have eaten the turkey, you would have just gotten tired afterwards.
All right.
On the car ride over, like Withers has brought me my little pet pug, Bark Ruffalo, to try and calm me down. And in the process, just like I try to like keep it all composed. I know I have to go to this party, but it's just not working. So can I roll to like try and keep my cool as well?
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. And submit. Partial success.
All right. So as you're going to this, as you're driving over to the party, yeah, I mean, you're just feeling very on edge, and you think that this party's gonna have some. You're feeling like there's gonna be some events there at this party that could trigger you, and you're so close to being triggered, but you're on your way.
Mhm. I'm just like increasingly like heavily petting Bark Ruffalo. At one point, I just start salivating as I'm holding the pug. And I just like no, I calm myself down. 12 pugs in 1 year is enough, and I can just keep going.
Oh shit.
Yikes.
And also before I head to the party, like after I've got the kids all set up in the house, I grab just a big like a shawl I've used to make impromptu kind of head wraps before whenever the girls get gum in their hair and have to get it all shaved down and stuff. I just get just one of those kind of like wraps I can use for an impromptu little head wrap thing, and just thinking, I don't like her, but I can't let her have her night completely destroyed. Like, I've got this kernel of pity and compassion going on, and I'm hating every moment of it, but I'm acting on it.
See,
All right.
in the end, I'm doing good things behind the scenes.
All right. So, Akira, as you are at your house preparing for the party, your parents come downstairs into the living room where you kind of got all the bunch of snacks set up. And they said, "Well, Akira,
Yes, Mom and Dad.
now tonight's your chance to prove yourself. How will you do?"
Yeah, I'm sure I'm fine. I mean, I had a snack earlier. Everything was great.
Good.
I
Well,
can do this. I can do this. I won't let you down.
Good. We put some alcohol in the fridge for your get wild. Really test the boundaries of your limitation.
Oh yeah. Good thinking. Yeah, of course. You guys, you know the best. No, I can.
Good luck. And they both kind of have these like creepy smiles a little bit.
Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Pop.
And they like almost like drift backwards up the stairs. Like, we'll be in our room.
I just encourage
They
this.
just float in the back.
Scary, spoopy vampire.
Very stereotypical. They're so they're so stereotypical.
Like they come back down and they start like lecturing you about something you just don't hear. You just hear blah 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 blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Blah blah blah. Anyway,
I also
alright,
take
so
two
It
shots
can't be worse
of like
than
the reddest wine that's in there. Why am I taking shots of wine? That doesn't make any sense.
at least
because you're
they're
a
not the
teenager,
Adam
you don't know.
Sandler.
You don't know how to drink.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Shots of wine.
taking shots of just anything red. Just drinking
Shots
it.
of-
All right. So the first knock comes on your door, and standing there is Latanda Bell. About 10 minutes before the party was supposed to start.
She found your address.
I feel like Lily would show up early also.
Okay. So Lily, you're walking up, and Latanda is there. As you walk up, and Latanda says, "Oh, you're here. You found the address. Me too. Excited."
Donna's so creepy.
Yeah. Wait, where are we going?
This is the house. The
Oh
party.
yeah, that's right. We're going to a party.
Yeah, great singing before. That was really
I
nice.
forgot how I got here.
Well, alright, let's go knock on the door.
Okay.
Latanda goes and knocks on the door. You open. You see Latanda and Lily there.
Oh, Latanda, Lily. Right on time. Wonderful. I have snacks, drinks. Come on in. I have like a huge fucking house. Like, this
Oh,
is a
and
lot
I
of
have a-
people.
I have a house party page. Right.
Oh god.
Oh damn!
I assume Latanda is a girl, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh my god, I haven't thought about Bleach in like 10
10
years.
I know. I'm sitting here going, "Holy shit!"
Oh man.
Wait,
Uh,
Latanda.
Hey, doesn't she have the ultimate power of no? Why is she getting felt up in her sleep?
This feeling comes over me. It's a feeling of pain, a little bit of pain, and just uncomfortableness.
Latanda.
Wait, is there music playing?
no.
No.
You can
Oh.
put it on though.
You go ahead. Do that first.
Something.
Yeah, DM, get on it.
Yeah.
Pressure. There you go.
Latanda, I think my period just started.
Uh,
At least you're wearing red,
Okay.
right?
That's one of the other things that Hex could have done.
well, sure.
Do you have any tampons or pads?
Yeah. I got that. Sure.
It's a diva cup. No, you don't share that.
Can I have that, please?
Shag ruffles through her purse and hands you a tampon.
I'm gonna make my way to the bathroom. Walking
Okay.
by Akira.
Smelling blood, obviously.
Oh, that's like. Oh my god.
Oh, jeez.
As you're walking to the bathroom, and it's like kind of like around the hall, so no one's really seeing it. I don't say
Should I
anything.
roll it hot? How does this work? Should I roll?
You trying to turn her on? Go ahead.
I mean, not directly.
Go ahead. Roll for. How many experience do you have now?
2 now. This is my second fail.
It's only your second? Oh.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I'm smelling blood, and I'm trying to like really keep my cool. I push you against the wall, and kind of smell you.
What are you doing?
I still don't say anything. It's like quiet and really creepy.
Latanda's eyes are just like huge.
At
And-
this time, a knock at the door.
I snap back. Or I don't know, should I keep my cool?
Uh,
Do it.
yeah.
Roll to
Roll.
keep cool. Where's my shit? Sheet. Cool. Yikes.
Yeah, you do, but you're just kind of barely holding it together.
Yikes.
Okay, I'll go to the bathroom then
Someone's at the door. I'll get the door.
and do my business.
And Latanda's just like starts dancing a little bit. She's like, I love Shakira.
I open the door for more people.
Oh, fuck. I could use my forward. I'll
All right, so as you open it, Nana's shows up, and there's a bunch of people start showing up. The party very quickly becomes full of rowdy teens, dancing, roping, and drinking.
Hopefully,
And,
not a lot of people are wearing red.
Nana shows up and goes
There's
to
a
the
lot of
bathroom to cast the
Shit.
spell.
Almost everybody's wearing red. Like, okay, we gotta turn each other on, kind of thing. But nobody talked about it beforehand. It's just like, ah, shit, we're all wearing red. Yikes.
Alright, I try and intercept Lupina before she gets in.
And that's where I want to cast this spell.
Ah, shit.
All right. So as you come and approach Lupina, the sound of Michael Jackson through the open doors
Yes, it works!
of the house.
Oh no, what's it gonna be?
So, first of all, what do you want the?
I'm gonna
Sorry.
use illusions this time.
Okay. Now
And
you're.
I get to pick which one it does.
Okay.
So,
First of all, do you want it to? Do you want harm? Have weird side effects or triggers?
I will take the second harm. Fuck it, why not?
Okay.
And illusions, pick one. I'm gonna choose the last one, the non-existent subtext.
Wait, what?
All right.
You just hear it. You just everything that someone says or does, you get non-existent subtext from it.
Okay.
So anytime someone talks to you, you're gonna think they're hitting on you or something.
Alright, okay, I can run with that. How long does that last?
Doesn't say.
Oh, fuck, okay.
All right.
At
was
least
that?
for the night.
All right, so
Fakes and bugs, demonic visages, false prophecies, or non-existent subtext.
all right, so what? So okay, so you're approaching Pina. What do you say?
And I've got the kind of scarf thing in my hands, and I go to like, hey, before you go in, do you have your head situation figured out yet? Because if not, I've got this. I can do you up a head wrap real quick, and just get you good for the night.
I don't need any pity from you.
You hear that as, but I do need some good loving.
All right, I get a little closer to her, and I think what you need is some help. And I put my hands on her shoulders.
I turn away and I just sort of like hug myself, and I just go, I don't need help. I'm fine. Everything's fine.
All right, what's the subtext?
Can I go for it?
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Okay. The subtext is I'm broken. I'm damaged. I need your help to be a better person. I need you to fix me.
I grab her and I hold her to my chest, and I'm quite a bit taller than her, so her face goes right in the boobs.
What are you doing?
It's gonna be okay. I know it was the hair thing must have been traumatic. I know, but don't worry. I don't. For a while now, I've thought of myself as not liking you, but I wanted to get through this night. And I start trying to, wrap the scarf around her bald ass head to try and make it look presentable. Holding her close to me this entire time.
Is this a turn on? Or is this an attempt to turn me on? Or...
Sure, yeah, let's go for it.
I feel like it should be, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Roll for it. So it's a hot. Oh, yeah. Against your wishes, Lupina.
Wow, and that's perfect too. Okay.
Yikes.
Okay, I'll give myself to her. If that's the case.
All right, so yeah, Faye, you gain a string on Lupina,
Sick.
and Lupina you give yourself.
Mm-hmm. I just start crying into her chest, and just like, no one understands me.
Okay,
I can't trust
non-existent subtext. Someone hurt her, and you need to defend her.
Oh, I'm holding her to my chest. I'm just like looking up, like, I think we're more similar than either of us thought.
I'll reach into my under my shirt, and I'll pull out a ring, like a gold ring with the crest of the Lovecraft's Academy, which is the private school I used to attend to. It's on a chain around my neck. I hold it up to her, and the weird thing about it is it's sized for an adult man. And as I hold it to her, I just go, I killed that son of a bitch. I went through all of that to put an end to it all. And I still feel terrible all the time. And I just keep crying into her.
And I'm just holding her to my chest, patting her head. Mm-hmm. They're there. I didn't know that about you. That explains so much. I'm here for you now. Don't worry.
You're a good person.
You're a good person too. I was wrong about you, Lupina. I was wrong about you. And I start crying too.
I was wrong about you. We just stand there crying.
We're just standing there hugging each other crying, just saying I was wrong about you back and forth.
Mm-hmm. At one point, Francesca comes up to say something. I look at her and bare my fangs and snarl at her. She just cowers away.
All right. Yeah, so inside the party, things are starting to get a little wild. Lily, what are you doing?
My business in the bathroom and then coming out.
Okay. You do. You guys all notice that Pat is here, looking very upset. He's just kind of sitting very gruffly in the corner, and also his friend Grunson is chatting up a girl at the bar and just having a drink. Fred is nowhere to be seen.
Dang it. Fuck. I'm
What you guys want to do?
I'm actually I'm offering up alcohol to some of the kids. Like, all right, guys,
That sentence.
we got some real drinks here. If anybody wants to join in on having a real party.
I've never had real drinks before.
Well, then you'll love it, darling. I'm just drinking as much as I fucking can to get more drunk. I don't know if that makes my situation worse or not.
I'm gonna drink a lot of alcohol.
I'm also drinking a lot of alcohol.
Should I make like a cool check or something? A cold check? See if I keep my cool.
Yeah, make a So you guys are
How do I
starting to
handle
get
my
drunk. Make a keep your cool.
It's
cold.
Do so. Well, I'm good.
So if I partially succeed my drunk check, what does that mean?
So you're getting a little drunk. You're feeling a little loosey goosey. You're I don't know. I don't want to tell you what you want to do, but you're feeling drunk.
Okay. Sure. I'm just, I'm slurring my speech a little bit. I don't know what I'm really doing. I'm walking around, wandering.
Yeah. So you guys are all in this party. There are a bunch of people around.
Nana standing in a corner, not drinking, not talking, not eating anything. She's just standing there looking at everyone.
Okay.
Alcohol's helping me, actually. So I'm drinking just more of it. Trying to forget that there's so much red.
Okay. What are Lupina and Faye doing? Have you guys come into the party?
We come into the party, and I think we're holding hands.
I can totally see them making out on the couch.
Okay, so the second you walk in, Pat kind of gets up from his slumped position and points over at you, Faye, and he says, "It's time. You embarrassed me today. I'm gonna get my revenge."
Oh, you want another round, Pat?
I step in between the two of them, and I strike like my best like bad bitch pose. I just like glare at him. Pat. Are you really sure you want to do this?
He's like running. He's like coming towards you. Why don't you just roll to shut him down with your
Okay. Yeah. Boom.
Hell yeah.
Like as he's
Kinda
commenting,
stops.
I just make a comment about his drunk father, and something like that.
He says, "You're all disgusting. I hate this school."
That's good. The school hates you.
Slumps away and grabs a beer and just starts shotgunning beers.
You just barked up the wrong tree, Pat.
Lily,
I
so do
had
you
to
want
say that
to,
at some point.
you wanted a scene?
Lily.
Brian.
Oh yeah. Yep. Sorry. Sorry, I don't remember my name, so Lily, saying I'm Lily, just fucking woo! But anyway, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to go up to Akira, and I'm gonna be, drunkily stumbling up there.
Akira, can you do something for me?
Lily, yes, you interrupted me as I was scanning the party for grunts and
Can you grab my neck?
What?
what?
Can I roll for hot?
Sure.
Oh wait, can I add my forward?
Yeah,
Because that was for the.
that was what it was for.
What happens? I don't know. How does this game work?
Partial success. You gain a string on Akira, and then Akira has to make one of those choices.
I'm gonna
Play your card, Ryan.
I'm gonna do what you want me to do. And I'm gonna think to myself, well, I could just make it look like, it's just a little bit. And I'll grab your neck and I'll kind of also reach to bite it. If I have just a little bit, I'll be fine. So.
Just the tip?
You're
Just
gonna
the
try and
tip.
feed?
Just the tip of the fang.
Just the
Oh
tip.
fuck! Here we go.
Oh shit!
I'm gonna feed on you. I don't know if
Let's
I
go.
roll anything for that.
No, you just choose two of those options.
I don't have any harm, but you don't die, and I take one forward, so I'm feeling a little better.
So,
And you
so
both
you bite my
and you
neck.
both gain experience.
Oh.
As you bite in.
So it really just looks like I'm doing sexy shit. Nobody fucking knows. It's perfect.
Pull back. That blood dripping down the sides of your mouth.
How sex moves work in this game again? Right?
You gotta have sex.
How do
I
I do
was
that?
really trying to do that.
Yeah, there's no sex happened.
How do I? What do I do?
You have sex with someone. Your sex move should say this.
No.
I know some of them can happen without actual
Yeah, some
literal
of them
sex.
aren't.
Because the Fey one is just lying naked with someone, but I don't know if any of the other ones specify a not overt sex thing like that.
So, Lily, at that, you do feel this strong feeling of your dark power. Brittany was not happy with this,
Oh.
with you giving yourself up in this way, and so you kind of feel her descending upon you,
Uh-oh.
and she says, "Why do you just give? You need to take what you want."
Okay, Brittany, what do I gotta do?
What do you want? Take it.
I want this guy.
If you don't take him, you'll feel my wrath.
What?
And at that, Your dark power is going to feel. Is going to use all of its strings on,
Ooh.
and it's going to do you 3 harm.
Ooh.
So you take 3
Damn.
harm as you just feel this pain come through you, and then your dark power's like, "You're so fucking dumb. Why did I make As you turn, as you turn Akira, and you have this kind of blood dripping down the sides of your mouth, why don't you make you're trying to kind of hide what you just did. All right, so mark
Oh.
experience.
Ooh, I got 5
Oh.
experience.
You're the one who's doing it. Sorry.
Aha.
All right, so you can choose one of those things from your experience.
Fuck, I don't know.
You don't need to do that right now.
Yeah.
Get a new move.
Oh yeah.
But you do, as you turn, Grunson sees this happen,
Uh-oh.
and his eyes go wide, and he smiles and he says, "I knew it," and he lunges at you,
Oh,
pulls
crap.
out a stake, starts rushing towards you.
Fuck.
Everybody at the party screams.
Oh, crap.
So
Everybody, you all see this.
I grab one to pay for protection.
all right, I see. So I see here. I'm definitely running to intervene on this. I grab Lupina's shoulders and I tell her, "I'll be right back. Don't worry." And I run over and let's see here. I just pick up Gersom and I throw him.
Oh shit.
All right, make a volatile. All right. So, you deal 1 harm. And you can either give them a string or turn into your darkest self.
Ooh, let's see here. You know what? It's pretty late. I'm gonna turn to the darkest self.
Ooh.
All right, so explain what that looks like.
So my darkest self is everything I say seems a promise. Everything I hear seems a promise. If a promise is broken, justice must be wrought in trickery or blood. I'm not subject to the human rules of mercy. To escape your darkest self, you must in some way rebalance the scales of justice. Or scales of justice? Yeah, scales of justice.
All right. So you just kind of.
I don't know, man. I already fucked with Lupina a lot.
Me and Lupita are on decent terms now.
You kind of feel that flow through you, and as you throw Grunson, you throw him, and because of your kind of losing yourself in this moment, you accidentally throw Grunson directly towards Lupina. Lupina, I need you to make me a
shit.
volatile
Oh no!
as
Oh,
Grunson's
fuck.
coming straight at you to try and dodge out of the way. It's gonna be like a runaway, basically.
Faye, what are you doing?
All right, partial success.
She tried to hurt you.
All right, so you do dodge out of the way,
Lupine.
but you slam right through the glass, sliding glass door. As you duck out of the way, and this party just popped off as you take
Fucking
1 harm.
Popping
From-
off.
Okay,
From
that's going to have to, because that's my last harm.
Oh shit!
So I'm going to skirt death. To skirt death, I guess that triggers my darkest self, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Then my darkest self is they failed you again. This whole mess is their fault, and why should you have to suffer the consequences of their idiocy? You need to make an example out of each of them, a cruel and unwavering example. You escape your darkest self when you relinquish part of your power to someone more deserving, or when you destroy an innocent person in order to prove your might. So, Grunson just comes crashing into me. We crash through the window. There's like a big like gash on my face now, and we just go tumbling together. And I just like stare at Grunson as I'm laying next to him, just glowering at him, fangs bared.
Is the full moon out? Tell me the full moon's out.
Oh, totally. There totally needs to be a full moon out.
I come striding through the broken door towards Gruesome because I'm not done with him.
Shit.
So you start rushing towards Grunson.
I'm trying to make this better because I don't want this to happen. Wait, no throwing each other about, Grunson. This isn't what it looks like. Girls, you need to calm down. As I have blood still in my face.
Grunson seems like a trained monster hunter. He dips and dives and swings between the crashing, falling Lupina.
Can I lock eyes with Grunson?
Yeah, you can.
I want to lock eyes, and I'm going to start speaking in tongues and try and cast a hex on him, because fucking I'm just having fun with these things.
I think at this point, Lily's probably going to try to run and tackle Grunson.
Okay.
This turned to a boss fight? I think it turned to a boss fight.
Grunson boss fight.
So Grunson's like racing towards Akira. First, Nana, I'll let you do something, and then Lily.
Partial success. I'm doing illusions. This man is going to see... false prophecies.
Okay. All right. So he's rushing forward, and then he kind of gets stops for a moment.
Demonic visages would just make him go more crazy.
He kind of stops for a moment as Lily running towards him kind of glows with this like divine light for a second, and he freezes up. So Lily, why don't you take a +1 on your volatile to attack to lash out?
I'll be yelling, I don't condone violence!
By the way, because my partial success, I'm going into my darkest self also.
Okay, why
God.
don't you read that?
We're just all fucking go off the deep end. Who's gonna be the one to save?
I might be able to also.
The time for subtlety and patience is over.
I'll have to be the only one to not do it.
You're too powerful to put up with their garbage any longer. You hex anyone who slights you. All of your hexes have unexpected side effects and are more effective than you are comfortable with. To escape your darkest self, you must offer peace to the one you have hurt the most.
All right. So Lily.
I failed badly.
All right, so you fail to lash out. So you, as you rush forward, he just like gives you a knee to the gut. So you mark 1 harm.
So I have 4 harms. What? Can I
All
go?
right.
You unleash your darkest self!
I go to my darkest self.
Yes!
Join us.
So what does that mean for you?
So my dark power now has 5 strings at me. You find yourself shivering, needy, and alone. The dark power will make some daunting, open-ended demands. Every demand fulfilled brings you closer to feeling whole again, and removes one of the dark power strings on you. You escape your darkest self when the dark power is out of strings, or you have made a bargain with a more dangerous entity.
All right.
Oh shit. Oh fuck.
So I have 5 strings now on me.
Yeah, from the darkest self, or from the dark.
Yeah.
All
and it can
right.
just make me random open-ended demands whenever it wants.
All right.
Starting right now.
And so Grunson like dodges beneath that and will like kind of ducking, punching, and then continues running toward Kira. Kira, I need you to make me a volatile check to try and dodge out of the way as he's coming at you with that stake.
Come on. Oh.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and like pin him to the ground to stop him. I don't really want to hurt him. Grunson, please. This is not what it looks like.
Okay. So you do only partial success.
Yeah.
So you can either give Brunson a string on you, or become your darkest self.
He can get a string
No,
on me.
no.
No! You get a string on me!
Peer pressure.
You must.
Peer pressure.
Go, dog.
All the cool kids are doing it.
Who's
Alright,
gonna
so-
get each other out? Okay.
Go dark. We all must go dark.
So he
Not yet.
gets a string on you, and as you
We don't want to hurt anyone, Grunson. We just want to live at peace.
as you pin him down, he just knees you in the
In the balls?
as you got him pinned down, he just knees you in the balls, and he's gonna spend all 3 of his strings to really hit that sweet spot, and so he's gonna deal you a total of harm,
How many?
4 harm.
4 harm. Okay. Well, yeah, now I'm a darkest self. And let's see. Where is it here?
How much
Uh,
harm did you give her?
4 to the balls.
He used all of his strings.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone is your pawn, your plaything. You hurt them and make them vulnerable for sport, like a cat does with a mouse. Maybe you'll even drain them dry, though you'll certainly take your time first. You escape your darkest self when you're put in your rightful place by someone more powerful than you.
We're all fucked.
So you have this. He's like pinned beneath you, and he's just grunting at you. And your fangs come out.
You'll pay for that. I'm gonna bite him, feed.
All right, and he already took a couple of harm. You just like rip his throat open.
Oh fuck!
Blood spills everywhere.
So,
Shit!
so I
Lily,
can heal a harm.
This isn't part of high school.
Yeah.
Monster High School it is.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, you kidding me? We're in Buffy. We're in like the land of Buffy the Vampire Slayer now.
This Monster Hunter came to the wrong fucking neighborhood.
Lily, you hear in your mind, you say, "Yes, bathe in the blood."
Okay. I'm gonna go take his like dead body and his blood
God.
and start fucking putting it all over me and. Just
And at this
wiping
part,
it on my
At this
face.
point, everyone's screaming and running away.
Yikes.
Everybody's like this party's
And
going
I'm just
crazy.
casting hex on everyone.
Yeah.
I help Lupina off
We're
the
so-
ground.
So derailed.
I help Lupina off the ground. I look into her eyes. I tell her, "I promise I won't let anyone hurt you again."
I just like stare at her. That's nice. And I look at like my torn clothes, and I go into like the nearest bathroom. I take photographs of it, and I start sending the pictures to my parents, and then to the police,
Shit.
saying that Grunson's parents did this to me. Look what Grunson's was it his uncle they lived with?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and what his look what his uncles did to me.
Okay. You start sending all these pictures. So we see Lupinus like maliciously sending these text messages and pictures off. We zoom out. Akira is running around, slaying
Random people.
random people. Lily is running around and bathing.
Can't hold it
blood.
anymore.
Do I get a string off? Do I have 4 strings now on me?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Nana
Sure.
Nana is casting hexes on everyone,
Oh my
and
god.
You see bugs and snakes. You see this. You lose all your teeth. You lose all your hair.
Oh god.
and Faye is just laughing maniacally as we now pan up, and we see in the window of the upstairs room Akira's mother and father just kind of looking out at the things below,
Oh.
and they look at each other and they
Oh crap! It's gonna happen to
looks
me.
like we're gonna have to move.
Yeah.
Tink
No!
Is that how things end?
And that's the end.
And that's the
Yeah.
end.
Our game tonight.
Oh my fucking god, what happened?
What happened
Exactly
is
what we
Magic.
wanted to happen.
what happened was some dumb human pulled out a stake and tried to stake a vampire in the middle of a monster party.
Yeah. The monster mash.
Yeah, I definitely learned a lot about running that game.
Yeah, what'd you
I've-
learn?
Well, just I
We're
like.
fucked up people.
No, well, no.
We're weird
that.
people.
It's just an interesting system. It's like so different than what
Yeah,
I've done before. I
it's fun because obviously it's very, very narrative focused, which is something I personally like. And so I had a lot of fun with narratively
Playing
I
our
think-
moving the
characters.
story and
I'm
playing
happy I
characters.
picked Witch.
I think if I did it, what I would have done different is I would have had a bunch of things to pitch you guys against each other.
That would
Because you
work,
guys
yeah.
like immediately became a team
Friends,
pretty
yeah,
much,
yeah.
and it's like, and then the mechanics of this game like don't really work that well.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, that's why I made sure I was always pushing against it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
No, it's-
true, huh?
Like a lot of the mechanic, because like I mean, I could just like inflict harm on, but like I don't roll things as a MC, so like, I would also have done more things that could do harm. Like I didn't really plan for that many things that did harm. I had like a pretty mundane high school setting, which was fun, but
That's
it was
what we
fun.
wanted, yeah.
Yeah.
We were going for
Yeah.
that anyway, so.
I just
Yeah.
could, yeah. I think that I now know like which mechanics on my end can make things interesting. So like if I did this again, I would definitely be able to provoke you guys. Like at the end, I kind of learned that, and I was like, okay, I just need to start doing harm. And like,
Fuck shit up.
yeah.
Like I like how we got some actual like character development going in such a short window.
Yeah.
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 Through use of shenanigans.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Yeah, those hexes ended up like being more like a lot more meaningful and useful than I thought they'd be.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when I saw that first one, I was like, okay, shenanigans, but like it turned out that's actually just a good jumping off point for us taking our characters in unexpected directions.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I tried to do is figure out the best ways to use them. Especially that second one with the non-ex. I still love the very, very loose, non-existent subtext.
Yeah, that's perfect because that's just okay. What do you want the character action to veer into?
Yeah, disappointed that we didn't actually get into sex stuff. It never even happened. Not
I
really.
know.
Besides you showing titties.
Hey,
That was this close.
it had to happen.
That and sucking blood. I mean, it's kind of close, but not really.
That's
It got
considered
close between
sexual.
me and Faye.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh, I was totally gonna take Latanda.
Yeah, if a Gurman hadn't destroyed the whole party, I could see the scene going towards more stuff like that.
Yeah. I think that's like a hard. It's a different thing in this. It's like, I don't know. It seems to me like the mechanics are meant for people to like be working against each other, and like subverting each other, and also like trying to fuck everyone. You
Yeah.
know.
Not
Yeah,
just
they
being friends right off the bat.
But it was still really
No, it was great. It was
still very interesting.
It was funny. Like
Mm-hmm.
the great joke that we got out of it is that AIDS and whatever other disease.
AIDS,
Yeah,
mono,
actually is-
same
Mono.
thing. AIDS,
You can,
pneumonia,
you
same
can count that that's gonna come up
in our
time
other
we play.
game.
All the Britney Spears stuff was cracking me up.
I love the fact that Brittany, like your demon is named
Deep
Brittany.
voice.
Like, I kind of like
That
that.
was all Ryan.
I like that it's still kind of ambiguous whether it's a demon that she just thinks is Britney or if it's actually demonic Britney Spears'
No,
spirit.
no. It's a
It's
demon.
definitely
She
a demon. Yeah, she thinks.
She thinks it's Britney.
Okay, I kind of like
Because-
it of it being Britney Spears' demonic spirit. Turns out Britney Spears is just a
No,
demon. Okay.
Could
Okay.
hey, you
Mm,
But that's not what I
really
thought
don't
of. Maybe.
yeah.
know. Lily's too dumb to figure that out.
Yeah, she doesn't fucking know.
Uh,
It's not. It has nothing to do with Britney Spears. That's just what she went to.
I love the mechanics though. So interesting. Powered by the Apocalypse games. I want to try more.
Yeah, is
Yeah.
there any game like this that's more not Monsterhearts, but more like
Yeah.
you know,
There's-
It's called Dungeon World.
There's a million different Powered by the Apocalypse
Dungeon
games.
World
When-
is more like D&D version.
Yeah.
yeah.
There's Apocalypse World, which is like the Mad Max, the end of the world, running around the wasteland. There's
That'd be
like
fun.
Masks or something where you're like superheroes.
Mm-hmm.
I've always wanted to try the Mask one.
Yeah, they do. They play Masks on what's it called? Adventure Zone. They play Masks.
I think they actually play Monster of the Week. The like
Well,
it's
but
another
I think they do Masks when they do. Did you hear like the one
Commitment?
shots? Yeah, I'm pretty
yeah.
sure that was
I, think
Masks.
I thought it was Fate.
Oh, maybe you're right. No, I think you're
Well,
right.
like I don't remember
them
the exact name
confused.
of the system, but I know one like it's a very loosely written superhero system where you get to really go to town and make up your own.
That is Mask. I don't know if it's powered
Okay.
by the Apocalypse, but that's Mask.
That'd be pretty fun.
They, yeah, I am interested to try more though. Monster of the
Yeah.
Week would be fun too. That could have been, because Monster of the Week is like more Buffy type. Because Monster Hearts isn't really like, because Monster Hearts is all about like the drama and like sex and drama. Monster of the Week is like
You're
Fighting.
monsters.
Like
you're like
actual.
monster fighters.
Fighting,
you know?
yeah.
Monster fighters.
You're like
This was
people-
fun. Like, it
Yeah,
was
I
interesting.
dig the system a lot.
It was just very. I mean, I felt this as like I felt very out of my realm,
Element?
Yeah.
out of my element,
Mhm.
in a good way. But that's why I
2
think like
minutes to get
if I,
into it, yeah.
yeah, like if I came at this game again, I think I would have a lot more plans on how to do it. Because I was approaching it like D&D, of like, okay, I gotta have these kind of set plans, and I tried not to do that too much.
I think it worked out because I had like no fucking clue what my real goal was. That's why I was kind of like off to the side. I'm like, dude, I don't know what the fuck to do. How do I want to interact with this situation?
Yeah, I wrote like
So I'm
3
glad you
goals.
had kind of something set up,
Yeah.
more or less.
Well, that's what I figured. I was like, I think this game works best if it's like if it's primarily driven by the players and like you guys trying to do shit. And I think our best moments were that was the case.
Yeah, like I
Mhm.
came in with like just the like goals of Faye is protective of Nana. She's friends with Lily and Nana, and she doesn't like Lupina. And I just tried to play to those points and trying to see what happened.
Yeah, I intentionally like created Lupina to be like an antagonist sort of character and to jumpstart things because Lupina is the type of thing that like starts things. It can like get balls rolling essentially.
Oh yeah, that
Mhm.
worked fantastic. Like a lot of the good scenes were just Lupina driven.
I also had a bunch
I-
of plot points that were that were dependent on you guys like failing at things. That
Yeah,
you
I kind
succeeded
of
on.
intended the whole end to fail. Anyway,
Yeah,
I don't
that was
think
my
I
whole
actually
point.
I
I
wanted to
never
fail more.
failed.
Yeah. There was a lot. There wasn't that much failure.
I never failed. Like everything I did was a success or partial.
I had 3 things. 3 goals. 1, make that one-hit wonder. 2, make lots of friends so that they could save me. Like that was my main goal. Get people to save me from something.
Mhm.
But it never really came into play. And then the last goal was find someone to follow. And that was like my 3 things that I was looking for.
Oh, I was just looking to make general havoc and hold my position of power.
There's a lot of things that could have came into play that didn't. I was hoping.
Still
Like,
fun,
no, it was great.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
this isn't really a
Yeah.
criticism. It's
Yeah.
more like criticism of time, I guess. Like more things could have happened if we continued the story.
Yeah. Well, and I think it's also, again, like, none of us had played this system.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
I think it took us a while to, like, nobody used any of their powers. Like,
I know. I
until
was thinking
Sam
that
used his
like
hex.
halfway through the game, like, oh, I have my cold thing. Every time I roll cold, I can use it. I pick an extra thing that they have to take, and then I just
Yeah.
forgot halfway through, and I'm
Oh.
like, oh, whatever.
Yeah. Like, nobody used any of their moves until
Yeah.
Sam
So for
used his hex.
for me, I want to use my moves, but the problem is, like, my moves is I give the dark power a string,
Mhm.
and then I get like a 2 on my next roll. Well,
Mhm.
my problem was there wasn't any rolls that I really cared enough about to put that 2 on. Like,
Well, you just gotta. I mean, you gotta get in the mindset of an angsty.
yeah,
just
I
go
guess
for it
so.
every
Yeah,
time.
yeah. And then another thing was that,
This
like,
is not a game to play conservatively.
you're right.
I
You're right.
didn't. I never I just said fuck it. Let's see what happens.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah,
I even set up Lupina in the whole scenario with her falling the arrow. I set it all up.
I will say that, like, another thing, I like, for you specifically, Lily. Like, I wish I would have gotten you in more circumstances. I didn't put you guys in enough danger, and I think that was what could have been interesting from my perspective.
I mean, a
Like,
lot of interesting things still fucking
Mhm.
happened. It was fun.
Yeah,
Obviously,
yeah.
is like with a one shot, with like a one episode, we want to like introduce our characters and try to
Mhm.
like warm them up to everything. And I think that took a lot of the time. And then also, we also took like 45 minutes just explaining the rules and getting the
Yeah,
game started.
yeah.
So I
That's
mean,
fine.
for sure. But hey, maybe this will be our new Halloween.
yeah, next year, let's go.
I'd be down.
Monsterhearts.
I'd be down to revisit these characters.
Totally.
And it makes
all
sense to
had
do
to
a
move.
bit of a time. Yeah, it makes sense to do a time jump because we can't be
Yeah,
in this
yeah,
town anymore.
Oh yeah, there will be a time jump. That's how.
Isn't there even a mechanic for that?
There's a mechanic it's called, like, growing up.
New
You get like
season.
growing up.
Season,
I think it's
season
new
advances.
season.
Yeah,
Season advancements.
season advances. Yeah, the season advances. So we can do that if we want to play again.
Because Monsterhearts is written to basically be like a TV show.
Yeah,
Cool.
that was our first season. Shit hit the fan at the end.
Like every
So,
season
yikes.
should end.
Yep.
On a cliffhanger.
Well, and it did end with
Well.
this. It did end with Akira's parents saying, "Gonna have to move." So
It started off like, sort of Gilmore Girls, and it ended like fucking Game of Thrones.
I loved how the insults right in the beginning was so fucking funny.
They're pretty
Yeah.
great.
started off strong there.
On
The
point.
fucking what was the dirt on the upper lip? What was that
Yeah.
Kyle?
It's got a brown nose.
Oh my god. The back and forth between Lupina and Faye was so good. I
Oh,
loved
it was fun.
Yeah, that was the thing. Is like the power I picked was is related to like offering up my like pimping out my gang members, and like I was just so much of a bitch. I never really had the opportunity to do it.
Yeah, and like I didn't have much opportunity to do that many promises because I was more focused on just jabbing at Lupina.
Yeah, that's the thing
When you were talking about how you couldn't get experience, Ryan, I kept like, shit, I can spin strings on him. Maybe I can tempt him and get him some experience. Just like, I'll fucking out.
Yeah, the thing is, like, if honestly, this game, it's not so much built for one shots, really. It's more built for like a couple of sessions at least, because I don't know. I feel like you
Character
have to.
progression.
Yeah, exactly. There's more going on.
Mm.
There's so many promises you have to keep. There's like all this sex stuff which would carry on to the next game. Like, I don't know. I feel like this game is built for at least more than one session.
It can be like if like I think we did a decent, like if we had gone full stop, like humor. This is a good one shot thing.
Yeah.
We also had like characters and we were trying to do like serious things. It mixed in with the humor. So yeah, that because of that,
Mhm.
This is a couple of things. Truth be told, it's more of our play style is probably
Mhm.
Yeah, you're probably right.
responsible for it.
Because yeah, if you're just playing crazy off the wall characters, like that was like the whole Faye Lupina rivalry. Like you guys resolved it, or not resolved it completely, but like you guys were working towards working together and like making a
Yeah, like
and it's
that.
like
Mhm.
Hmm.
That
like
was
a
part
one
of
shot thing would have been like one of you is gonna like die at the end of this because of your rivalry. You know, like
Mhm.
you could play
kind
you
of
could
had
play
in
in a
my
more crash.
kind of always had in my mind that Faye and Lupina would either escalate to the point of one of us dying, or we would end up getting real close, like we did with this session.
Yeah,
I was
no,
actually
love
I was planning on like betraying everybody toward the end. Like the whole "let's all be friends" thing is just an excuse to get you all close, help you get me what I want, and then just fucking throw you out of a helicopter or something. I don't know.
Do people actually die? Because you can just scare death no matter what, right?
correct. I mean, I guess if you were in your yeah, I mean, you could possibly die, but you kind of have to allow it. I think
Yeah.
you can just always screw
Yeah.
death.
Yeah, a big thing about the system is, and this is something that we all had to kind of get used to, is the idea that, like, getting strings on you isn't a bad thing. Like, because
Yeah,
the point of
it's really
the
not.
game is to just tell a story. It's not like
Exactly.
you know, strings on you isn't a bad thing. It's just an interesting sort of spin. So, like, if you
Yeah.
feel like, okay, like if I shove you out of a helicopter, I mean, my character dies. Okay, that's fine, you know, or something like that. You know, you gotta be willing to roll with the punches and do what makes sense narrative wise, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But we're all sort of kind of used to D&D, where there are objectively good things and bad things mechanics wise and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you gotta kind of get out of that mindset with Power to the Apocalypse.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's why we're all sitting here going, man, I wish I'd failed more. You know,
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
system like do you say that about?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
sure.
rewards you for failing. I mean, good shit.
This I was already interested, but after playing, this was my first Power by the Apocalypse game, but I'm really interested to try out Dungeon World.
Yeah,
We
I'd be down
should.
for that.
Like a one shot if we for some reason. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I've done it once as a one shot before, and it was interesting, but it was only a 2-player game, so didn't really get to do too much.
I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah.
I don't know if it would work where we're playing a regular game, but we're switching the system. I don't know if that would work. Just for like one session or something. I don't know.
If we had like a
I don't know how the system works, so
Like
I
a
don't know
side
if it could
story?
actually work. I don't know. Maybe.
could be interesting.
With
It
our
could be interesting. I'll think about it. Because it could be if you think about like when TV shows have like that one weird episode that like doesn't really fit in, you know. We could kind
You
of
mean
do that.
you mean the musical episode?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
with our
musical
playstyle, our playstyle is very narrative focused, anyways. Like, you know, the fact that we can't get out of camp in less than an hour really, you know, is a testament to that. I can see Dungeon World being good for the kind of game that we play.
Yeah.
Oh, it could. What if we did like a one shot where we did the thing where we're all young or something?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that would be a good one. Yeah, that'd be cool.
We're cursed to be like whatever younger. I don't know.
Yeah, 20 years younger.
Oh god, the children episode.
The children episode.
That'd be pretty fun.
The
'cause,
fucking
I mean,
impossibles because god damn it. These kids.
13-year-old Artemis.
Well, on that note, I'm gonna head off here, guys. Good evening and great game.
Great game.
Yeah, great game,
Nice.
Sam.
Good night.
Thanks for your hexes. They spice things up for sure.
Yeah,
Indeed.
Hey, no problem. It's what I do.
Night.
I throw Molotov cocktails.
True that. Oh my
All right,
god.
now
I have to go to bed.
I'm looking up Dungeon World.
And there's like a million other Power by the Apocalypse. I feel like Power by the Apocalypse is a
There's
good
so many
shell
of them.
for just doing other genre stuff. Like if you want to do a sci-fi
It is,
game,
yeah. Mhm.
I've looked around for like a 5e conversion to sci-fi before, and I've never found anything that really seemed like a clean transition that, you know, felt good. But with Power of the Apocalypse, it just seems like
That
you
isn't
could just
Pathfinder.
find- yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
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 Fate is another big system
Mhm.
for like that. That's like genre and setting agnostic, and it's very
Mhm.
narrative focused.
Yeah. Well, I like that. I would like to play this game, like with new. I feel like it'd be a good newbie game as well, just because it's so.
Yeah, it's designed to be easy to teach newbies.
It's like you roll 2d6 for everything.
Yeah, there's no like adding anything ever. You
Yeah.
literally
It's
just
just
press.
your little bonuses, which are like very small.
Yep. Too easy.
Yeah. All right. Go to bed. That was a really fun game. Thank
Yeah.
you guys for appeasing my Monsterhearts craving. I've been wanting to play this game for so
Thank
long.
you for appeasing ours.
Yeah,
Putting up
thank
with
you
us.
for, yeah, thank you for showing us a new system.
Well, that was great. We'll definitely have to play around. I'd be interested to play around with other systems as well, and maybe return to Monsterhearts one day.
Yeah, and sorry about being so late.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
it's
show
fine.
No
me the-
worries, man.
Show me the dungeon one. If you can like throw that over. What's it called again?
Yeah,
Dungeon World.
I think I did download a PDF of it. And
Yeah, it's like
send
10. It's $10 on Drive Through RPG. I think.
Yeah.
Hang on. Do I actually have that?
I
$10.
think
Hang on. Hold on. I think I actually have Dungeon World. Let me check my Let me check my RPGs.
When I downloaded Monster Hearts, I feel like done. Oh, I have play sheets.